Hello, hello, and welcome back. It is the African Humanist. Right, how are you all doing? I hope you're well. How has your Friday been? I've just come back from taking my son to, well, two sons to go and have their hair done and ready for school on Monday. School starts on Monday for children in the UK. So Monday, kids have started school and we're getting ready. In fact, we're ready. I can't wait. It's been too long. I hope you're well. I can see Paul Camish, Simus Funk, Laura Jarrell, Crypta Maria. Okay, if you can't catch it, I know you guys will watch later, so that's fine. I hope you're well. So, quick story. Hey, Danisha Freeman, hello. So, quick story before I start. So I am what you would call a fairly new atheist, right? So I'm not long, I've not long left Christianity and making my way out of that religion. And part of my journey was watching videos on YouTube. And one of the people who I used to watch was Aron Ra, because he was quite he's quite, he knows his stuff. And so when I came across this video, I was floored. And watching the conversation, hey Tuesday's child, hello, watching the conversation between Aron Ra and this person called Gman. Guys, you will understand why in a minute. You're going to see. And I'm hoping that if you're a Christian, just stop for a minute and try and make sense of your religion, of just what are the claims that your religion makes? What are the things they tell you in your religion? And does it hold up when criticized? Does it hold up when it is scrutinized? So because it's a long video, I will not, hey Microraptor, hello. I will not waste your time further. Let us get right into the video. No time wasting here. We are going right in, and I will warn you in advance. Trigger warning. This video has the possibility of making you very, very frustrated. Very frustrated. Oh my goodness. You'll understand why in a minute. So I'm going to share my screen here. And you're going to watch a conversation between an atheist and a Christian called. So Aron Ra versus Gman. And I would be giving my commentary as we watch. So Chrome tab, yes, this one. So the link to the video is in the description, because it's quite a long video, and I'm not going into all of the video. I'm only just going to concentrate on the parts where Gman and Aron Ra are having a conversation. So I'll stick to just that. So guys, very frustrating. I couldn't. So let us start. Please let me know if you can hear the video okay. Right, please let me know. So yes.
Dr. G. And so this is like
an
event.
Just background. This is, I think it is a Google Hangout. And it's not a recent, it's about 2 years ago. Well, the video says from 2 years ago, might have been longer. So there's not only Gman and Aron Ra in this hangout, there are other people there. But I think they took out some time for Aron Ra and Gman to have a conversation. Oh my goodness, it is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Let me grab some alcohol. Tanisha, you're going to need some. I
Full
think
evening for you. But go ahead and ask
Okay.
G-Man that. I like to hear the answer
Well,
to
I
that.
didn't have anything to ask him. I mean, he just went with the assumption that I had obviously never been reborn in Christ, but I was. That's a large part of how I ended up where I am. The sad thing is that because I
G-Man is a
explained to some
buffon.
of you earlier
You can
how
say that
easy it is to
again.
be deceived by a faith-based belief.
Okay.
And sadly, my experience with Christianity wasn't the end of that. It was a little bit while later, in neo-paganism, that I
Tuesday's
realized
child
just
is
how
gonna be
deceptive
good.
faith
Hey,
is.
Dr. Osiris.
But as a Christian, when I was in the company of a friend of mine who is now an ordained Southern Baptist minister.
Okay.
And runs a Christian school that teaches that the Bible is the only source of truth in our world. So I'm with this guy. We were both 19 at that time. Neither of us became who we are now. But, as kids, just out of high school, I follow him into this reborn in Christ thing. And I remember going through hours of almost like being stoned in euphoria.
Hey, Till X, hello.
This euphoric feeling.
I didn't see Till X. Yeah, Till X. I didn't see him. Hello.
Because I've always been empirical, as you guys have already observed.
Okay.
I said,
so Aron Ra is having a conversation.
Point, like a couple 3 hours into this, of just floating around the room, I asked this friend, "How do I know that this is really Jesus, and that it's guys, not a demon fooling me, or that it's not a false religion, or that I'm not?"
Guys, while the conversation is going on, I don't just look at people just talking. I look at the body language. I look at how they're interacting and how the conversation is flowing. Now, I'm not very clued up when it comes to philosophical arguments. I'm just a Christian, the average Christian, and in my line of studies, I did nursing and healthcare. We didn't really do any philosophy. So philosophy is really new to me, and it's something that I'm starting to learn about. And and that's why I engage in all this kind of debate and going to watch these things, because I need to get this knowledge. It's not enough to say, okay, I'm now an atheist, but gain the knowledge and understand why these religious beliefs are they're not quite what they claim to be. So little just something for you guys to understand. Look at the body language. Look at G-Man. Look at Aron Ra. Aron Ra, he's relaxed. He's, you can see he is in his nice, comfortable environment. G-Man, on the other hand, very fidgety, very all over the place. And to start with, that's already just
fooling myself somehow.
Have a look. Just you guys just watch.
Grabbed me with both shoulders.
Hello, Inquisitor Bacon.
Smiling grin.
See you.
Just said, just keep telling yourself it's Jesus until you believe it. And I realized, and he still advocates that fake it till you make it philosophy, where you convince yourself of the lie, tell yourself a lie enough times that you believe it.
Fake it till you make it.
When he said
religion,
that to me, it struck me that was so grotesquely dishonest that honestly, that was my last instant as a Christian. And within a day or so, I had rejected all beliefs in God.
Ouch. Real quick, I need one person to drop for about 10 minutes. I got something very, very special that's coming in that I think Aron wants to or wouldn't mind coming in.
I would like to respond to most of what I just heard, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. And then somebody drop for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, Crimson. Hello. Not G-Man.
Yeah, just to clarify my video, Aron, in that interview that you was in with
some of you know him,
Kyle, you said that Mormonism was Christianity.
Okay.
Do you still hold that position, yes or no?
Every Mormon believes they're Christian, yes.
Okay, Gman just asked the question. He just asked Aron Ra, does he believe that Mormons are Christians? This is my question to you people. If you're in the chat, please, quick question. Do you think that Mormons are Christians? Do they pray in the name of Jesus? Do they read the Bible? Or do they read the Quran or call Allah or whatever other gods are there? What do you guys think? So Gman is coming to ask this question. Huh? Guys, just
every
watch.
Mormon believes they're Christian.
Yeah, find me a Mormon that doesn't believe they're Christian.
I can find you several ex-Mormons. That's on YouTube. That would
ex-Mormons are a different thing.
Finish.
Find me somebody who is Mormon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm ex-Mormon, and I still think Mormons are Christian.
They use the Bible, don't they? Yes, they do.
I can put a bunch of ex-Mormons in front of you and prove to you.
Yeah, you can find ex-Mormons. Find me a Mormon.
Exactly. Find me a Mormon.
Well, I was going to get to that. I can find you ex-Mormons that will believe that will tell you that Mormonism is not Christianity. In fact, there are two different beliefs, and I'm going to show you why that's the case in a minute.
Okay. Gman wants to know from Aron. Now, if you know a little bit about Aron Ra, now I don't know the history too much, but I know quite a bit. I've been to some of his live streams. I've watched a lot of his videos. You know that he is a man that people respect. People treat with respect, and he treats people with respect too. I've watched him engage in conversations with people, and if I had this kind of opportunity to sit with Aron Ra, right, I would be asking questions that I don't know what's the word to find now. Sensible questions, not just any silly question. You already know the man's position. The man is an atheist, and now you're asking him about the Mormon religion. He doesn't believe in that religion. Why ask? It's a silly question. Okay, I've already started talking too much. I'm going to let you guys listen.
Very important. Okay, I can find Mormons that will tell you, and they knock on my door all the time, and they'll tell you that it's not Christianity as well. Okay. I'll be sure to make a video on that one day. But can you do me a favor here, Aron? Because I know you don't believe in faith and all that other stuff and whatnot, right? Okay. We're talking about Mormonism and biblical Christianity. Jesus, and according to this Bible here, we're not going to go by the Book of Mormon. We're going to go by the Bible. Okay? In the Bible, is Jesus and Satan brothers? Yes or no?
Jesus and Satan brothers. Hey, raw nakedness. Hello.
Are you serious?
Lord, hello guys. I see you guys in raw nakedness. I see you in Miss Parker's and Black Guy TV's chat. So yes, I do see you, and I am Petty Fam. I've bought my t-shirt. I'm waiting for my t-shirt to arrive. Petty Fam. Okay. Let's get back to Gman. Some of you know Gman already. Some of you who have had conversations with Gman, the question is, how? How did you people do it? Where did you people find the patience to deal with this guy?
Sibling.
I don't know.
I'm sorry you didn't know what that meant. A sibling.
It's not. It obviously isn't that I didn't know what that meant. It is obviously the case that there are different contexts being implied here.
Gman just asked Aron Ra, are Jesus and Satan brothers? What kind of question is that? And then Aron, guys, I'm going to.
Such as people will tell me that you and I are
accidental comedy gold.
Even though we are not siblings, clearly.
So Gman is looking for a specific answer. Gman didn't hear what Aron Ra said. He was just waiting for his time to talk. Absolutely.
What a sibling is, or what a brother in God's way is, or what do you mean by brothers? So yeah, seriously, I clearly understand, and you fucking don't. I'm sorry that we had to open the conversation that way.
Okay, so anyway, so let's go back to the brother thing here for a moment. I don't mind you cussing. That's within your nature. That's what you do. So anyway, so and according to the book of Mormon,
can you hear this guy? You tell the man, I don't mind you cursing. It's in your nature. That's what you do. Why would you disrespect Aron Ra like this? Why would you talk to this man? And guys, bear in mind, there are other people in this conversation. There are other people there. Oh no, it gets worse, guys.
You just had to open the argument with a fucking lie because that's your nature. That's what you do.
So anyway, so the Book of Mormon says that Satan and Lucifer or Satan and Jesus.
It's not in the Book of Mormon. It's in the Book of Covenants, but whatever.
Brothers, and that's not found in the Bible. And I understand the difference between a brother in Christ, which would be by adoption and by being born again, versus what the book of, versus what Mormons actually believe about Jesus and the devil. Either the devil is a created being that was created by the triune God, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, or
but you understand
they're brothers and they're equals. I like
Mormons are not Trinitarian. You understand that, right?
I'm just asking you, which one is it? Does he have a brother? Yes or no?
Okay. The yes or no question I just asked you is, do you understand that Mormons are not Trinitarian?
Oh, I understand it. And I also know that Mormons are not Christians. They don't believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ.
You don't understand what I just asked you.
Yes, I do.
If Gman already knows that Mormons are not Christians, why ask Aron Ra the question? Why do it? What is going on with this guy? Raw nakedness says early Christians weren't Trinitarians either. Do you know, the whole Trinity doctrine, it was, I was surprised to learn that there were people who didn't believe in the Trinitarian doctrine. Because when I was growing up, it was, everyone believed it. God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It was the doctrine. It was, so to find that there were Christians who didn't believe it, that was, I think, when the question started to arise, that's, one of the questions that got me to start thinking, if some Christians don't believe in this doctrine, why don't they believe in it? So, if these people believe different and these ones believe different, which one of them is right? And I've not been able to get the answer to that question because none of them seems to know what they're talking about. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Sorry, let me share my screen. What am I doing? I was trying to, oh gosh, sorry guys. Trying to show the comments. Yeah. Michael, I have the Batman versus Jesus documentary on my channel that shows the exact same issue. It's private video, but I'll drop the link if anyone is interested. Please drop the link. Please do. Please drop the link. And this video is long, so I'm not going to waste too much time with the comments. Please bear with me, guys, and let's do this together. Some of you are new in my chat. Please do subscribe because Gman, I'm going to do more and more videos on Gman. More and more videos because he is a Christian extremist. What he believes and what he is spewing out of his mouth, very dangerous. I came from this kind of Christianity, what Gman is preaching. I know the damage that his version of Christianity can do to people. So, of course, I would be doing more and more content on Gman. He is a case study. He is a case study which I will go down this rabbit hole. So please subscribe. And let's get back into this video. Just listen to the ridiculous nature of this guy. And for some of you who don't know Gman, who think maybe maybe he's just clowning, or he's not being serious. He is as serious as, this is him 24/7. He's even somber here. When he's on his channel, he is a completely different thing altogether. And in his head, he thinks that what he's preaching is, there's just nothing else apart from what's in his head and what he's teaching. It's dangerous and it's ridiculous. He's dead serious. Absolutely raw nakedness. Dead serious. This guy is. Let's carry on. Guys.
I know that they're not Trinitarians. They don't believe that in God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. They believe in a plethora that when you die, you're going to become one yourself.
Can you explain what they believe as opposed to Trinitarian?
The Trinitarian believes that God reveals himself in three persons.
Right, okay. But can explain the question I asked you.
Aron, I like to be very thorough when we're talking about this. So I think this is important to be detail oriented about this thing. Mormons believe.
I wish that you had paid attention to your own philosophy then.
And that people like me can recently be a priest. You know what I mean? So I just want to let you know that Mormonism is not Christianity. On that one point alone, I could bring up other things like the magic.
I can bring up lots of other things to show that Mormonism is a denomination of Christianity. Yes, I can certainly prove that. Have done a number of times for other Christians like yourself, even Protestants who have had to concede that yes, Mormonism is a denomination of Christianity, being the Church of Latter-day, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And what has that got to do with
every Mormon identifies as following various Christian creeds and so forth, but you did not answer the question I addressed to you.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I told you the difference between the Trinitarian and their doctrine.
You did not answer the question, and I will rephrase the question for you so that you can understand it this time, because you clearly didn't last time.
Please don't take down this video. Please don't take down this video.
Oh, I don't take down any video, but he asked you a question. Hang on, time out. He asked you a question relating to the LDS
All right,
concept.
Guys, just 1 second.
They're not Trinitarian. They do have a Godhead type position.
I explained it.
What is their position when it comes to
their position is that they believe that as a man on this planet, you can take as many wives as you want, and then when you die, you're going to have celestial. Let me finish. That they're going to have celestial sex and populate their own planets with as many people as possible. When they become their own little Elohim, they'll become their own gods.
So I asked what 1 + 1 equals, and you say purple. Do you understand that had nothing to do with what I asked you? What I asked you? So literally, we asked you a question, and you gave an answer that was so tangential that had nothing to do with the question.
I explained the Godhead the way Mormons understand it. Now, here's the thing.
No, you didn't. I'm ex-Mormon. We have 3 ex-Mormons in here. We all agree that you have no idea what they believe.
So Steve, if you disagree with me, then say you disagree with me then.
Because I have a video on this.
Trust me, you should not be laughing right now. So here's the thing, though. Okay.
I have a video where I explain this to you for 2 hours.
Wait a minute, Steve. Hold on a minute. Okay. Go ahead. That is Christianity, right? Aron, can you read the first 2 verses in Exodus 20 for me, please?
Can I read
real quick when we do that? Hogtie has a dinner thing he has to go to. He has to say hi real quick, so I want to get Hogtie in a real fast.
I'm sorry. If I go make a sandwich and go watch a movie and everything while he's talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, G-Man, be jackass. That's fine. I was just gonna say, hey, pine trees. Pine trees,
elephants having sex.
Yeah, pine trees. Nuts. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say much. You guys are on a roll, and we were actually.
So this other person is just going to have a quick conversation, and he'll be done. And then G-Man is going to come back.
Talking the other day, and it seemed
but he's going to say something towards G-Man in a second.
Performed embarrassingly, but is incapable of being embarrassed.
Yes,
damn it.
That's a good way of putting it. I think that's spot on. Yeah.
And we need to add something to our list of informal fallacies. I think it's a special case of the strawman fallacy, but I want to call it the argument from imaginary textbooks.
I'm putting it on the wiki. Done.
With a subset of argument from grade textbooks.
There was a baffling moment.
Did he give any when we asked for a citation? Did he again not give one for the millionth time that I've asked that question. That's not the first time I've asked him that question.
There were certainly straining moments there where you're like, okay, well, just give us an example of this, or just accept it. Okay, nobody believes that we come from rocks. Okay, and this whole thing. Well, let me ask you about if you believe the age of the earth to this, and let me ask you this: what is a mineral? Blah blah blah. And it just went on like that. But then eventually,
just have a look at Gman's.
And this is where it's weird. When you're listening to something, I think
he's constantly fidgety and constantly
very fair. But when you're listening and you kind of think, well, this is what I would say. And it's probably good that I wasn't there. Because the thing I would have said was when you were like, well, just give us an example of a textbook. Give us an example of one of these science books you're talking about that talk about from rocks. He finally trots out the closest he comes to a citation. Well, I have a grade 1 science book here.
Grade 1 I got that too. I got a first grade science book. You know it's going to be over my head, but I'm going to read from it anyways.
My kids just came in. RUFK me, I think would have been my response to that sort of thing. But my kids are here to grab me for supper.
Yeah, so. No, we get the. Oh, that was hilarious.
Okay, so
I want to let's let Gman go back to tossing out John chapter 3 as completely unimportant in his effort to claim that Mormons aren't Christians.
Okay, so what
have a good night, guys.
To read,
Thanks,
I'm not tossing out no scripture. I would like for Aron to read Exodus chapter 20, first 2 verses. And I know you guys are protecting him. It's expected. Can you please read the verse? The first
Wait a second. Let me talk. Everybody be quiet.
I know you guys are protecting him. What's wrong with this individual? I mean, they're having a conversation. And so Hogtie is about to leave. And he says his bye-byes and what he has to say. They come back to the conversation. And the next thing out of Gman's mouth is, I know you guys are protecting him. Someone wanted to know, is Coco Jasmine, who is Gman? Hello, Coco Jasmine. Gman, he's a Christian on YouTube. He goes around, he preaches on YouTube. Oh my goodness, he's an interesting person. He's interesting, but he's a Christian and speaks a lot of some of the things that come out of his mouth. My goodness, you have to have a lot of patience to be able to deal with this particular individual. And now he's saying that they're protecting him. No. Everyone's having a conversation. Why protect anyone? I love Aron Ra's response.
I got something to say real quick, guys. As moderator,
I got your back, man. I'll protect you.
As moderator, if there's anybody in this entire hangout needs protection, G-Man, it's you. Let's get that straight.
Okay, so what are they protecting me from?
I don't know.
What are they protecting Aron Ra from?
I want to hear this. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
Aron,
I know you guys are moderators. The person that said I needed protection, who is that? I'm just curious.
We've met before. I said 4 words.
I've never met
my famous quote.
I've never met you in person before, because if I did, you wouldn't be talking to me like this. So, Steve,
yes, I would, sir. Goodbye.
Steve, what's this person's YouTube channel? Who's this person?
I don't.
Subscribers.
Okay, forget about that.
Stop getting distracted and get back on task.
Get back on track here, Dream Man. You're
derailing this entire hangout.
I'm not derailing nothing. I'm being jumped.
Dave, let G-Man speak. Come on, hang on.
Jumped.
So G-Man, just go back on topic here, okay?
He's being jumped.
Are having a discussion. Have a discussion. I'm entertained.
I see people moving the goalpost, helping him, interrupting this conversation, and Aron.
Nobody's moved the goalpost. My God, you're just changing the subject.
Yeah.
They're moving the goalpost. They're jumping him. Wait, hang on. They've only just started a conversation within a few minutes, and already he's claiming that they're jumping him. They're moving the goalpost. They're protecting him. What's wrong with this person? Is he all right? Is he all right? How do people sit down and have a conversation with this man? How do they do it?
I don't need to help him on it.
Everybody else be quiet.
Everybody else be quiet. Let's let G-Man do his thing.
I would appreciate it if you refer to me.
I don't know what G-Man is talking about, and I think that makes 2 of us. because I don't think he knows what he's talking about either. But what passage of Exodus? What was
all right, that's why no one voted for you. Exodus chapter 20, the first couple of verses, please.
The first so you want one?
You're a politician, right? You want votes. Can you please act like you want votes? Exodus chapter 20, the first couple of verses, please.
So you want verse 1 and 2?
What?
Yeah, just read the first couple of verses. Please.
What?
Which?
Did you guys hear? Aron Ra has a lot of patience, because that statement that come out of G-Man's mouth, he deserves a good slapping for that. What has voting got to do with this conversation now? They're having a conversation about the Bible. Now he's talking about voting and you want votes. What the? Where? How?
Version.
Yeah, you can use
What
any
is going on
translation you want.
here?
I prefer the KJV.
You like KJV, okay?
Yeah.
And God spake
You blocked
these
G-Man.
words, saying, "I am the Lord." No, excuse me. I am the Lord God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay.
If somebody worshiped a God other than the true and living God, would that be considered a sin? Would that be considered a sin? Yes or no?
That kind of criminalizes Christianity, doesn't it?
Well, so I'm gonna say this again. If somebody worshiped something other than the true and living God, would that be considered a sin? Yes or no?
What?
And the answer is yes. Again, I repeat, the answer is yes. And that also criminalizes Christianity, doesn't it?
Mormonism deifies man. In Genesis chapter 3,
deify man.
Mormonism deifies man because it makes the claim that you will be a god when you die.
Like
That
God was also
in the Bible. Right? That is not taught by Jesus.
But they also distinguish that
God apostles.
They also distinguish.
I'm not done, Aron. I'm not done.
You're also not right. So you're barking up the wrong tree.
I'm not done. There are two doctrines.
Continue being wrong, and then I'll show you where you made your mistake to begin with.
And I would like to learn.
Guys, in case you don't understand what's happening here, an atheist, Aron Ra, is having a conversation with G-Man. The atheist doesn't believe in the Mormon religion, the Christianity. He's got no business with that. But this Christian comes along and wants to argue about Mormonism with someone who he has no business with Mormonism. Maybe, I think Aron Ra was a Mormon before, but what does it matter now? What difference does it make now? So Aron Ra ran for election one time. That's what G-Man was referring to. Okay.
Learn and be educated and whatnot, but you got to be quiet in order to do that first. So there are two doctrines in the Bible. There's a doctrine. There's the doctrines of demons, and there's the doctrines of the apostles. The doctrines of the apostles is idolatry is a sin. So if you claim that you're going to be a god in the future, that is not of God, and that is not of Christianity. You're saying that a man,
Jesus say,
can believe. I'm not done yet. You're saying that a man can believe that he is going to be a god when he dies, and call that Christianity. Let me read one more verse to you, and then I'll be quiet.
But Aron Ra is he's not a Mormon. The Mormon beliefs have nothing to do with Aron Ra. Go deal with the Mormons. Go meet them. Why bring it? Okay. Let's carry on.
7, verse 21, Aron. Pay attention, okay? Not everyone that
Hello,
saith
Blue.
unto me,
Hello,
Lord,
Greg.
Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, which shows that Christianity is conditional and that you can't believe whatever you want in order to claim to be a Christian. Now, if you're going to talk to me about this, please actually read the book first. Please.
Yeah, obviously I've done that. So do you have any idea what a god is? Can you give me a definition for that?
Wow. All right. You know what? First of all, thank you for asking me that question. Yes, I know what a god is.
Okay.
Okay, give me the definition.
I'll give you all of them. It could be a superhuman.
Can you give me a definition that you can show that is correct?
Just one definition.
Yeah, I can show that's correct. Oh, cool. I can go to the dictionary here for you.
You know, it's funny listening to you talk about this, GBM, because again, these are terms that I think you changed to fit your own narrative than what the LDS use them for. And I've explained this to you in a video before. For example, like if you say, I didn't interrupt you. Let me
answer this question though. If he wants a definition that I can prove,
hang
all
on.
I have to do is go to Google Okay.
Oh God.
I was actually making a point here. Let me finish my point because it's it goes to what you're saying. If somebody says they're a child of God, right? And I see a lot of Christians saying that they're a child of God. Well, if we're
sorry guys, I still haven't got the I apologize. This is
children of our parents, we're humans. They're humans, we're humans. So children of God, you say
sorry about
does that
that,
make
guys.
them gods? What the LDS are saying is they're not saying that they're going to be like Elohim. They're not going to be the Father. They're not going to be equivalent to the Son. It just means that they're going to be exalted to a position of a celestial nature, right? But it's not even in the Book of Mormon. You keep on making that mistake, which I've corrected you on before.
I'll try and get
of God with what
okay, so everything I just said, you just
I'll try and get
ignore and go on to something else. Okay, typical. It's okay. Why bother? He just said he wants to learn. I explained something to him, and he goes on to something.
No, you're wrong. Actually, you're wrong.
No.
And if I get my definition that you're so afraid of.
How do you know I'm wrong? You don't even know what the hell I said.
Hey,
the question that he asked Aaron, this gentleman, I think his name is Steve, is trying to let Gman know about the question. Gman just completely ignores him. He doesn't want to listen to anything that Steve has to say. If only he had listened to Steve. But no, he doesn't care.
Kyle, you there, Kyle?
Yes.
Okay. So is this going to be like a one-on-one, or is it going to be like the whole room versus me? I just want to know.
I'm leaving. Okay, listen, everybody let me
here. Not the other way around.
I'll stop taking these guys seriously if this is how they're going to conduct themselves.
Let the two of them have a conversation.
It looks like it's the two of you.
No,
I appreciate it. So the first definition, Aron, that you want to prove for
is it the two of you, or is it now me too?
Right in, but it's the definition of a God. This is just a simple one for you, okay? Because I don't want to make it too hard for you, okay?
Why do you have to pretend that I can't understand what I obviously know better than you? Why do you do that?
Aaron, with all due respect, Aaron.
You don't have all due respect.
Better than me. You don't even understand.
No respect.
All due respect.
And to be really, really, really frank with you, you don't even understand evolution better than me. All right, now
G-Man. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. G-Man, hang on a second.
You don't.
Have you heard it?
Oh, Steve is ex-Mormon. Okay.
Yeah, you are, but 6 people are trying to talk.
Guys,
so
okay,
change the topic.
I just wanted to make one simple point here to G-Man. I'll just ask you.
Let's just let it be between G-Man and Aron, honestly. Like everybody else.
Hey,
I'm asking a very simple
God
question.
damn it.
G-Man obviously spent some time trying to Google up the definition of a God. So considering the fact that he just simply put up the phone, which is pretty it's not clear on the monitor, is he able to just read it out for us instead of just showing on the phone that we can't see?
Like the last 10 minutes, and they obviously don't want to.
Go for it. You have the floor. Aron and G-Man, go. G-Man, go.
You don't want me to read it.
Go.
So anyway,
go. You have the floor.
Okay, cool. In Christianity and other monotheistic religions, the creator and the ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. Synonyms: the Lord Almighty, the creator, the maker, and the Godhead. The second definition, in certain other religions, a superhuman being. Let me say that again. Number 2, in certain other religions, Mormonism, a superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature or human fortunes, a deity, a moon god. Synonyms: deity, goddess, divine being, celestial being, divinity, immortal, avatar, sacrifices to appease the gods. Now, you wanted a definition that I can actually prove. I will not waste my time defining the Christian God, since we're talking about this whole issue of Mormonism, which is idolatry in Christianity. As a matter of fact, if you ever go to Matt Slick and say, Matt, I got to tell you something, Matt. Mormonism is Christianity. Sir, you remember what happened to you last time? It's going to be twice as bad. You're going to get destroyed because it's not true.
Twice as bad as when I trounced him last time.
Look at Mormon.
Guys, I need you to understand what's happening here. This Christian comes along to somebody who identifies as an atheist, he has no reason to care what the Mormons think. The Mormons think that they are Christians. He is a Christian. These are two Christian entities, two Christian sects. Does this not defeat this Christian's whole argument? You're proving Mormonism to be false. The same logic you're applying to Mormonism applies to your version of whatever evidence Gman has to prove Mormonism as not true Christianity. The same logic can be applied to prove Christianity, whatever version Gman has, as completely false. It's incredible. My goodness. Hello, Jerome. Hey.
Mormonism as a cult, because they don't worship the Jesus of the Bible.
If Mormonism is a cult, your Christianity is a cult.
Can you define what a cult is? Can you define what a cult is?
A cult?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna get into how I trashed fucking Matt Slick last time, because you would obviously didn't understand that. I just want to get into to correct the number of errors that you bring up one at a time, not all of the ones that you bring up all at once. I can only do one at a time. So let's start with cult.
Okay. So before I give you the definition of a cult, I disagree with you that you trashed.
Yeah, I told him in advance that his position was so weak that the only thing he could do to argue his position at all.
I was muted.
How about you let him answer first, G-Man?
I was in the middle of saying something, and then he interrupted.
I don't care. You interrupted him.
Speak.
Let him answer.
Yeah, I said his position is so weak that the only defense he had was to argue that reality is wrong. The only way he could be right was if reality is wrong. And not 2 minutes later, he started arguing that I couldn't verify that I existed 2 weeks ago because reality could be an illusion and I was all fed by false memories. And I said, thank you for proving my point that the only way you can be right is for reality to be wrong.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when I was fucking before, the guy who has a great debate community thing muted me in the middle of my statement. Let's put that out there. That's how it rolls. Aron can't do this by himself. And I've said this forever on my channel. I just want to let you know that forever. Without his voice.
I command, since I obviously possess power over everybody, I command everybody not to mute
G-Man.
Okay, so
I really want.
Hang on. Wait. I have command over everybody, and I could do this. Oh, look at that. Power. You know what? I'm fucking with you. Yeah, let them talk. Come on, Dave.
Guys.
Just let them have their shit show. This is great. I mean, be entertained by this. I'm enjoying this. Fuck, man.
I've been saying forever, atheists don't even understand what Christians believe, and I want to be able to prove it. And he doesn't know what we believe. So
are you sure I've been a Christian?
Can you be an idolater, Aron, and be a Christian at the same time? Yes or
wait. Let me understand this.
You have to unmute, by the way, Aron.
Let me understand this. This guy.
You have to unmute. Manually unmute yourself.
Yeah, you need to unmute. I want to know if you can worship a false god.
Let me understand something. This guy wants to prove to atheists that we don't understand Christianity. The question is, the way he's doing this, the way he's going about this, is this how anyone in their right minds is going to learn about Christianity? Everything he's doing so far, he is doing a great disservice to Christianity. He is, listen, G-Man, spokesman for Christianity, is doing Christianity a great injustice. Two people have come out recently and said, there are two videos of people that said G-Man made them atheists. G-Man was the catalyst. They were already questioning. They're already making their way out. They're already, just having this dialogue. But they saw a G-Man video and that was it. Another lady, Mrs. Parker, on YouTube, she said, the fact that G-Man is alive The fact that Gman exists is enough evidence to prove that Christianity is false and there is no God. She's just look at the way this Christian is going to try and argue to atheists. Oh man, this is crazy. This is terrible.
Be a Christian at the same time. You have
to manually unmute yourself because I use
your mouth. You have to.
Is there such a thing as a God that isn't false?
Oh, ooh.
Okay, Aron, you have no proof that my God doesn't exist. How about
you? You have your proof that your God does exist. You have an empty assertion, just like everybody else.
You're committing a fallacy.
Show me that you have the one.
Aron, answer my question.
I did. I just did.
Can you worship a false God and be a Christian? Yes or no?
Yes.
You can. Can
yes.
you show me that?
All Christians worship a false God.
Can you show me that in the Bible?
The Bible doesn't admit that you're worshiping a false God.
Show me in the Bible where it says that you can worship a false God and be a Christian.
Show me in the Book of Mormon. Show me in the Book of Mormon where you can worship a false God and still be a Christian.
Sir, I asked you a specific question regarding the Bible.
And I'm answering specifically.
You can worship a false deity and still be a Christian.
Since every deity is false, then yes.
Your God is false.
Show me in the Bible that every deity is false. So did you forget what we're talking about?
God damn it. This guy just said, show me in the Bible that every God is false. Is this guy daft? The Bible clearly is speaking about Yahweh as the one and only God. Now you want Aron Ra to open your Bible to look whether guys, when I watched this video, I was gobsmacked. Christianity, really I don't know.
Forget what we were talking about. Show me in the Book of Mormon. Show me in the Book of Mormon.
Hello, insanity.
Over and over. Oh, this guy's a waste of time. He doesn't know how to debate. So, Aron, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time, Aron. Okay? Please show me in the Bible where you can worship a false God and still be a Christian. Because it's not even on my channel yet, and they're laughing. So go ahead and answer that question.
God damn it. Everyone
Why
just
does it have to be in the Bible? Why does it have to be in the Bible?
Everything about our faith is in the Bible. He says that Mormonism. Let me finish. He says that Mormonism is Christianity, and since I know Mormons worship multiple gods.
No, they don't.
In the Bible, where is it?
No, they don't.
G-Man, I'd like to make a point here. I'd like to make a point.
God.
I don't understand why you say it has to be written in the Bible, because as you would probably admit, Mary and Joseph were Christians as well.
Why is this guy talking?
I want this man to answer my question.
No, but were they Christians?
Can he answer my question, please?
Can you show me in the Book of Mormon where it says that you can worship a false God and still be Christian?
Aron, answer my question, Aron. Stop asking me other questions and moving the goalposts.
I did. I'm not moving the goalposts.
Please explain in the Bible where it says that you can worship a false God.
Why does it matter what's in the Bible is the question, and he's asking in the same thing in the Book of Mormon. Using the Bible as a reference. Why can't you use the Book of Mormon as a reference? What makes one more valid than the other?
Mormonism has not been proven to be Christian.
Neither has the Bible. Gee, that's his point.
So here's my thing now. No, that is not his point. He said that Mormonism is Christianity, and I'm asking him to show me how you can worship a false God and still be a Christian.
But he's saying that all gods are false, and they're still called Christians
in the Bible. And what's funny is this. What's funny is this. This is going to bite all of you in the butt later. You're asking me, why do I got to show you in the Bible? Are you serious? How many of you claim you used to be Christians? I'm curious. So all your credibility can be stretched up into a million pieces. How many of you are claiming to be Christians?
Me.
Okay, so if you claim to be a Christian, then why do you think I'm asking, show me in the Bible, in the Word of God, where it says that you can worship a false God and be a Christian? Aron's argument is that Mormonism is Christianity.
Well, as a former Christian, I say you get up there.
That, Aron, because you're one person. You're an atheist. You ain't gonna find no Christian that's gonna agree with that nonsense. Come on,
G-Man, let me ask you: does in the LDS Church is the God that created the universe? Okay.
I want to show Aron.
Why do I bother? I don't understand this.
Yeah, wait a minute. I want to show you something.
What's he about?
I want to show you something. Hold on.
What's he about?
I'm scared. Okay, let's look at the commonality here. All Christian.
I can show you book after book after book with Christian pastors and apologists and historians that will tell you to your face.
I don't care. That means
a cult, and it is not Christianity.
Yeah, well, again, it makes no difference.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about apologists. Okay, but
nobody cares about apologists.
So he is trying to prove that Mormonism is not Christianity. Every single thing, every single argument he has can be applied to Christianity. That's how atheists come to the conclusion that they don't believe in any claims for a God. He can read all the books he wants to prove Mormonism as false. But every argument he brings up, just turn it around, just turn it on its head and apply it to his own religion. That's all you need. It's terrible.
Oh, okay, cool.
So in Christianity, did God create the universe?
What's an apologist?
He isn't.
Christianity
uses to rationalize or minimize or dismiss any evidence against their a priori position.
Aron, Aron, I always hear you say something. I like to hear you say it again, like in person. And by the way, Aron, you talked to me before. I should let you know that too. What you said was completely boneheaded earlier. It was on the Magic Sandwich Show, and I talked to you.
Spoke to you before,
and I talked to you on my channel too. So stop with the nonsense. You never talked to me.
I spoke to you before.
Yes, you have.
When?
On the Magic Sandwich Show.
Was that in the days of Blog TV?
No, not in the day of Blog TV.
Okay, so there'd be a record of it somewhere.
Yes, it is a record. It's on my channel. It's on DPR's channel.
You've got a record of this, seriously?
Yes, I do. So
Coco Jasmine, I think it was just an open conversation. There wasn't any topic.
I talked to him a couple of times.
Yeah, you talked to me too. When I schooled you on the Ten Commandments, when you claimed that there were two different Ten Commandments.
There are.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
This is too easy to.
Coco Jasmine, there wasn't any specific topic. I think Gman was invited in to come and have a conversation with Aron Ra, so he could bring up anything, he could ask him anything. So this is it's a back and forth between two people. But now Gman is trying, he changes topic as he goes along. He just changes topic.
To demonstrate.
No, go ahead and demonstrate it, and I'll answer it the same way I did before.
Okay. So you can answer incorrectly again.
Yeah, he keeps bringing
the first set that Christians wrongly cite is the one that's in Exodus 20. However, there are 11 commandments listed in Exodus 20 alone, and that list continues through Exodus 21, 22, and 23, until it finally, in Exodus 24, Moses comes down with the entire list, and then, of course, destroys them because, that was stupid. And then he has to go back up the mountain to get the second edition, which we hear about in Exodus 34. And in Exodus 34 is when the Bible finally refers to it as the 10 Commandments, which it did not refer to it as before because it was a shit ton more than just 10. But in Exodus 34, it's just 10. And God promises that it's going to be the exact same 10. But in fact, only the first two are sort of the same. They're paraphrased, so they're not even technically, they're not verbatim, even the first two. But then the following 8 are completely different, and a couple of them are the same, but in the wrong order. And then there's a couple of things that are taken from Exodus 23 and 22 that weren't even in the original set that people refer to as the 10. Now, you're welcome to look up all of this.
Exodus chapter 20 is the 10 Commandments. What you see in the other chapters are more.
11 commandments.
No, it's 10. And
there's 11. No, there's 11.
And it's 10. 11. And the next one is a more detail-oriented part.
You see, this is the trouble with Christians. The average Christians don't read the Bible. I know more about Christianity now that I am an atheist than when I was a Christian. When I was a Christian, I was clueless, completely clueless. You just listen to what your pastor preaches on a Sunday or whatever weekday you go to church, and that was it. Aron Ra just gave Gman a complete breakdown of the commandments. Gman just went over his head and comes back still arguing. If only the man would listen. What kind of Christian is Gman? Why? I don't
in Exodus 21, 22, and 23, it talks about completely different lists. That's where it talks about how you can
it's religion, Coco
and that's
Jasmine,
where it talks about how you
general.
can't charge interest on loans to other Jews because they're racist and so forth. And then you get into
the racist.
Aron Ra knows his stuff.
All right.
Would you agree?
All right.
Would you agree?
God damn it.
Have you read the Bible before?
He just
Of course.
took you through the
like you read the footnotes. You
Bible.
don't sound like you actually read it.
It doesn't sound like you've read anything at all. Like
No, I have. And in case you don't know who you're talking to, I know you remember that whole that what is that? That unholy trinity, right? You, Dillahunty, and Seth Andrews, right?
Yeah.
You know your boy is running from you, right? And that's Matt Dillahunty.
Boy?
Your boy.
Yeah, Matt Dillahunty is running from you.
Your
And you
boy
wanna know
is
something
running
else,
from
Aron?
me.
I actually didn't want to come
God
in here because
damn
I
it.
told Steve.
God
I told a lot of people.
No, listen. The person Gman is talking about is Matt Dillahunty. And this right here, Gman deserves a knock on his head. Idiots. Nowhere in this conversation have they talked about Matt Dillahunty at all. Matt Dillahunty and Gman have had conversations, and every time Gman has been proven to be wrong. Every single time. Gman recruits atheists. This Christian, Gman, recruits atheists. And now you're in a conversation with someone completely different from Matt Dillahunty. You come and say, your boy is running from me. Gman, there's something wrong in your brain.
On GTV and my other channels and whatnot. Now, you don't know how to debate, sir, and you don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean my boy is running?
I don't either, okay?
Demonstrating it here.
You don't know how to debate, and you don't know what you're talking about. Guys, look who is talking. Damn.
I didn't know I had a boy,
Overrated, sir.
but go ahead and tell me how he's running from me.
No, I'm not running. I would never run from you. It's nothing to run from.
I never imagined that you were my boy.
You have faith, Aron. I can prove you got faith and that you practice it every day.
I don't have faith, and I don't have a boy, and Matt Dillahunty wouldn't be my boy if I had one.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Aron. This is what you
But
do.
I'm asking you,
Hey, Ricardo.
You know you
Hello.
demonstrate faith every
Simon
single
Funk.
day.
My
I don't
God.
demonstrate faith every day. I'm trying to get back to the original.
Oh,
What do you
here
mean
we
by-
go.
Explain
Here we go.
macroevolution to me.
Here
You
we go,
said that
guys.
Matt Dillahunty
The
was
topic
running
has
from me. What do you mean?
changed again. Oh, yeah. They were talking about something completely different, and all of a sudden, Gman blurts out, your boy is running from me. Aron Ra has no clue what he's talking about. He wants to know, what's this about? And while Aron Ra is still trying to find out what's going on, this Gman blurts out, please explain macro evolution to me. We're not done with one subject. Now we want to move. Guys, I don't know.
Oh, no. He's running from me. He's running from me.
He's running from you.
on the slavery issue. Because I got a reputation for keep backing him all over the place. You should have seen when I told you this experience.
Okay.
It proves that you're not even an atheist. You know what I mean? I prove this all the time.
Okay.
No, you don't.
I don't even believe you're real.
You don't believe real. I don't believe you're an atheist.
When you say things that are so preposterous that not even you could believe them,
I can prove you're not an atheist. I can prove you're not an atheist.
So wait, can we start a movement that G-Man? We're gonna. I believe G-Man. I believe G-Man does not exist. G-Man is not a real person. I think maybe we could start a religion over that. I don't know, but we are actually going to have this a debate, a discussion, or whatever with G-Man and Pam Whistler from American Atheist on the question: do atheists exist? He actually wants to argue with Pam from American Atheist that atheists do not exist.
They don't exist, and I'll give everybody.
I'm not exaggerating. That's his argument.
We're starting a religion now based on a person that doesn't exist, that is not a deity.
They call that Christianity. I don't know.
I'll explain what Aron is and what Aron is not. Aron is a misotheist and an anti-theist. Aron is not an atheist.
Oh, G-Man, first of all,
wait a minute, because your friend is going to hear the same thing.
You cannot be a mesotheist unless you're a theist.
Hold on a minute. This man hates God.
He's not a type of atheist.
Religion, how I don't know, since he's the one himself. But Aron, I don't know. You know, in the United States of America, atheism is recognized as a religion, Aron. Like, did you know
that?
It's not. It's mega churches, Aron.
I don't think you've actually read anything. Holy shit! Nobody can even really talk to you because you have
different opinions in
front of your face.
G-Man, we've asked you this before, and Hogtie has asked you this specifically, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a citation from the Supreme Court where they recognized atheism as a religion? Because I've looked into this, and I've looked into.
Okay, I'm going to come in here. I hate it when theists try to tell atheists what they believe and what they think and what they feel and what they, you believe this. No, you believe, no. You don't know what the other person believes. You don't know what they're thinking. This G-Man has just said, Aron Ra is a misotheist and whatever he said. And he just lied and said that in the US, atheism has been is now regarded as a religion. Atheism is not a religion. Never has been, never will be. Atheism can never be a religion. Never. G-Man's brain needs testing, guys. He has mastered the art of deflection. You're right. This guy.
This is extensively with lawyers, and I can tell you right now, there's no evidence to support that claim.
So I tell you what, since you want to play the word games, go on Google and get
not word game. No, I'm not getting this word game.
Listen, I'm more than prepared for this. Go on Google and get the article. You know what I'm talking about.
Which article?
What article?
Go on Google and get the article. Where the Supreme
article
Court atheism as a religion.
No. That's not what the Supreme Court said. I've read what the Supreme Court wrote on this.
What they said is what it's recognized as.
It doesn't matter what the Supreme Court did. Did you just say it doesn't matter what the Supreme Court said? Let me tell you what the Supreme Court said.
You can Google it.
Wait.
Show everybody what was said. And then I'll finish my video. How about that? So go ahead.
The Supreme Court said that atheism is recognized as having the same constitutional rights afforded to people with belief. It did not recognize atheism as a religion. That is a distinction.
That means it's a religion. That means it's a religion.
No, it definitely does not mean it is a religion. Holy shit.
It means it's a religion. By the way,
McCary County versus American Civil Liberties Union.
And by the way, Aron,
oh my God.
You interrupted me in the middle.
Man, have you consulted the lawyer over that definition?
Being a misotheist and an anti-theist sticks. Did you know how many people in this room has actually debunked it? Nobody. And nobody ever will. Okay, so the bottom line is you're a misotheist and an anti-theist. There is no proof and no evidence that you don't have any that you don't believe that any God exists whatsoever. Now,
there's no proof.
Enough has a different definition for atheism. He believes it's the denial of supernatural gods, but not the denial of natural gods. That's why I would love to have this conversation right now.
What conversation do you think you're having?
I want to have this conversation. All right, I know you gotta be a comedian because this is your platform with other atheists and whatnot. You don't have to be serious.
I'm not atheist.
I understand that, and I get that. But even if you right now, Aron, you don't got a legitimate answer to what I'm saying. If these people are just gonna laugh at me, all they're gonna do later on is atheists produce non-productive Google Hangouts, invite Christians in so that they can laugh. They don't know how to have serious conversation. And then you guys will get mad at me and downvote my videos and say I'm wrong while you're actually doing what I say that you do. So let's be serious here for a moment, Aron. Are you an atheist? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm an atheist.
Okay.
Prove it.
How a lifelong career isn't sufficient?
Listen to me. Listen to me. You have said with your mouth that you're an atheist, but what you have demonstrated has been anti-theism, meaning that you're against religion, and mythotheism, that you clearly hate God. You have not demonstrated that you do not believe that at least one God exists.
What would I need to do to demonstrate that I haven't already done to demonstrate that I don't believe that there's a God?
Oh, that's really easy. All you gotta do is define for me what you don't believe in.
Okay, how many times have I done that already?
No, you haven't. You just
how many times? How many
define it for me? Because I know what you're gonna say. Because I've done my homework. Go ahead and define.
What am I gonna say?
I know what you're going to say.
You're gonna say that you don't believe in any supernatural guys. You ain't gonna say it like that, but that's what you're gonna say. So please, just to give everybody your definition. Go ahead.
Okay. A magical, anthropomorphic, immortal.
Say that again.
Magical, anthropomorphic, immortal.
Okay, cool. So what if I can give you something that you can touch, taste, smell, or something that appeals to your five senses?
Okay.
Okay,
What if I can do that?
Go on,
Would that prove to you that a God exists?
If you can show me a God that we can verify it actually exists, bring it.
Now, here's the thing, Aron. We have to go by the claim.
Go by the claim.
Right? We have to go by the claim. You know that, right?
I don't know what you're saying right now.
What I'm saying
He's going to tell you that trees exist, therefore you're not an atheist.
Well, that's not what I'm going to say.
That is actually.
I would appreciate
that is actually.
if this was a one-on-one conversation. Did Ken Hovind walk into like a jump or whatever? Like, I understand you atheists don't know nothing, and you got to help each other. But I would like a one-on-one for once. You know what I mean? I know you guys don't know anything. Let me talk to the guy. He claims to be the best of the best. Let me talk to him one-on-one.
I'll tell you what. You could have a full one-on-one for like whatever, 10, 15 minutes because I'm going to do this thing. But let me finish my sentence. Can you answer us one question? Because a couple people want me to ask you this, and I haven't seen you for a while. So I said, if I see you, I'm going to ask you this: is there a separation of church and state? Do you still believe that separation of church and state is no longer valid? People have been asking me to ask you this.
I'll answer that in video.
No. Come on, you answer it in here. Come on, G.
No,
straightforward
question. That in video. That doesn't
really. I ask you a very direct, straightforward question, and you want to.
I will answer that in video. I'm smart enough to do that. So here's the thing, then. All right, Aron.
Go for it.
Let's say we don't use the Christian claim because that claim requires faith, and I have to prove that you're not a, what do you guys call that, an epistivist? I have to prove that you're not an epistivist, which I'm going to do when we talk about your theory of evolution, which you have to be. You have to have faith to believe that garbage. But anyway, listen.
Okay, now you know you're going into bad ground here.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to go by another religious claim.
I can prove evolution even to your satisfaction.
No, you can't.
No,
Aron. No disrespect, Aron. With all due respect, Aron.
You don't have to respect. Yes, I can.
You can't even tie my shoestrings. Just stop it, okay? Stop it.
What? I don't believe that you're real.
Just stop it, okay?
I think you're a Poe.
Aron.
Gman just said to Aron, you can't even tie my shoestrings. If we are to judge people by their YouTube success, Gman, you can't even clean after Aron. You can't even wipe the floor he walks on. You have an opportunity to speak with the man, and you come spewing rubbish. People crave this kind of opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation. Theists, I'm talking about theists now. They want this kind of, some of them are struggling with their beliefs. They're not sure, they would like to have a one-on-one with someone like Aron, with someone like Matt Dillahunty, just one opportunity to have a conversation. And this Christian comes along, has the opportunity, and starts to berate him, starts to insult the man. This is wrong, G-man. Come on, man.
Never believed that you were sincere.
You don't know nothing about the topic. Let's move on here, okay?
What?
So moving on now,
I do not believe that you are remotely sincere. There's no way you could be.
Well, anyway, so let's talk about a different religion here. Do you know about the 5%ers, Aron? Yes or no?
At this point, Aron Ra still thinks G-Man is kidding, or he's not being serious, or it's it might be just funny. He's trying to be funny or something. Aaron is still thinking, no, this can't be real.
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, okay, so you never heard of it. So how are you rejecting it then?
I don't reject it. Well, how would I reject it?
You don't reject it, now you're an atheist. Because they believe that human beings are gods.
What?
They believe that human beings are gods.
So?
Do I have to already know about or already reject every wackadoodle belief I've never heard of?
Well, actually, yes. In order to be an atheist, you do.
What?
I thought atheism was just a rejection of the God claim.
I have this book called the LaVeyan Satanic Bible that also claims that human beings are the only gods that ever existed. The manifesto says that the only God that ever existed was human beings. Sir, I can show you a bunch of different religions. Wait a minute, hold on a minute. That says that human beings are a god. Now, unless you got a legitimate, logical, and rational reason for that not to be true, according to their definition, not yours, because remember, you're just rejecting it. You have to go by their definition. Can you prove to me that you're an atheist and how you're rejecting a human being being a god according to their religion? I know how I can do it in Christianity, but you as an atheist that thinks that you evolved from a grape, I don't know. So anyway, so can you please explain to me? Can you please explain to me how the 5%ers are not gods according to the atheistic worldview without contradicting yourself?
Do they have magical powers?
They don't need magical powers in order to be.
So they don't have magical powers.
They don't need to have magical powers.
Okay, so that's one of the first criteria to be a god. Okay. So they don't have the first criteria. Okay, so do they have human characteristics?
Evolved from a grape.
Okay, Aron, you don't need magical powers to be a god.
Well, of course you do. You need to be able to perform miracles, right?
Not according to their religion, you don't.
Well, regardless, according to the only definition that I know for a god, you need to be able to perform miraculous things. You have to be able to perform miracles, right?
God is defined that way, Aron. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The 5%ers believe that human beings are gods.
Okay.
Who the fuck are the 5%ers?
Truth.
Who the fuck are the 5%ers?
Who cares?
Just explain to me how you know that's not the truth. You said you reject it, so tell me why you reject it.
I just told you.
Because they don't got magical powers. That's not their claim.
So random, uncertain, undefined weirdos have some notion that is as yet unexplained. They believe in gods, and they believe that people are gods. So random, assorted internet weirdos, New Age beliefs. Okay, random
New Agers believe that they're gods too. They believe that they can scientifically prove that with I forget what it's called, but it has something to do with the psyche, that they believe that that's their divinity that lives inside of them. And I know how to debunk that as a Christian, but as an atheist, how do you go about debunking that when all you do is say you reject the claim without actually knowing what the claim is?
G-Man, the only reason why you debunk these people you're talking about is because you're trying to prove that yours is correct. Aaron has an atheist. Who are these 5%ers, or what did he call these people? Who cares about them? Why have they come up in this conversation? Why does he want Aaron to prove anything about these 5%ers of people? What is this going on here, guys? G-Man doesn't know that the 5%ers of Nation of Gods and Earth are heavily based in Islam. God damn it. I
don't reject a claim as before I know what the claim is. I just explained that to you.
So you're not an atheist then. You're just a rejecter of Christianity.
I object to the God claim.
Okay, so tell me about the God claim.
Okay, he objects to the God claim. It's simple. It's easy, G-Man. He objects to the God claim, whether it is the 5%ers, whether it is the Mormons, whether it is the Islamic people, where any religion that believes in this God, this thing, deity, God, no. What's wrong with this individual, man? What's wrong with this person?
Atheism is a lack of theism. How? And theism is a religious belief in a God. I don't have a religious belief in a God, so that makes me a theist. I lack theism.
Right. So
Okay.
why do you reject 5%ers and the New Age
Who are
claim?
the 5%ers?
Okay, G, you have to explain to him the 5% Nation. He's never heard of the organization.
Okay.
It came from Harlem. It was just a group of people that believed that the Afrocentric nation, the original indigenous people of Earth, and they call themselves the fathers or the gods of Earth. It's a very, very cult-like fringe organization.
Very cult-like, yes.
Yeah. There's no reason why Aron would have any exposure to that, and you keep on treating it as if he knows what the hell you're talking about. If he doesn't know what the 5 nations are, because why would you know the?
Okay,
Yeah, like
okay.
the PHI, you talk about the nation of the ISUPCK. People don't know who these things are. G.
Right, Aron, so you're rejecting your gods. You say that
he's not rejecting it. He doesn't know.
Let me finish. If he's saying he is without theism, then in order for him to do that, he has to know what the claims are. If he knows definitively that there is no God, or he doesn't believe that there is no God, then he should be able to define what he's talking about.
And I did.
I don't agree. I'm the first one that I don't agree with his definitions, but he didn't define it.
Talking about the Christian God,
myself, at least.
Muslim God, and the Jewish God. He ain't talking about nobody else. So, Aron, I'm gonna ask you this again, Aron. Why is the New Age claim wrong? And why haven't they provided any evidence for it?
I have no idea what group of people you're talking about. My definition of God.
Being agnostic.
What?
How does it feel being agnostic? Yeah, that's what you are. At least
agnostic. He's an atheist.
You don't know if the other gods
he
exist. Because you can't claim that you know definitively that no God.
I know that gods cannot exist. I know that no God can exist.
Let me quote you. I think that is dishonest to assert as fact. But look, go ahead, Aaron, say it. I think it's dishonest to assert as fact.
Empty speculation as though it were fact. Yes.
Right. And
so Christianity is a lie.
You're an atheist. You're not an atheist. You're a mesotheist and an anti-theist.
What is a mesotheist?
I'm an atheist because atheists don't exist. And let me tell you something. They just
what is a mesotheist?
Demonstrated this and showed them, and they didn't know what to do. So don't feel bad, okay?
Don't feel bad.
I didn't even hear most of the shit you just said, but it's funny as fuck. What I was able to
think it's funny when you say that there's no God, and especially when you're so confident and you can't prove it. There's a lot of faith to believe that, don't it, Aron?
Yeah, how would it have faith to say I don't believe you?
No. It's faith when you sit there and you act like there's no God when you can't prove it. Tell me something.
That's so backwards.
Listen, Aron, prove that God's not in my house.
Prove that you don't have a dragon in your garage?
Not in my house. Well, he's not
listening. I need to prove
you don't have fairies in your garden?
Oh, there's something wrong with this man.
Do I have to prove there's no celestial teapot?
Aron, you're supposed to say that the burden
there's something wrong with this
man. I'm trying to help you here, Aron. No. You don't even want to debate.
Prove that there's no invisible pink unicorn?
No, I don't believe in unicorns. I believe in God. And there's a difference between a unicorn claim.
The fuck is a God?
God. They are not the same, Aron.
If you
can read it, you will understand that.
What is a God?
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't.
I'll get the definition for you again.
God,
so that you can,
your definition.
No, my definition? Oh,
yes.
Anyone that worships the true living God must worship him in spirit and in truth. You want my definition?
Does anybody have a reason to believe that?
Yes, I do. They're atheists.
Can you give me the reason to believe it?
They don't got no belief. They don't got no reason to believe it because they reject it. And that's the Christian God. That's one God, Aron. One God.
Can you give me a reason to believe that?
Oh yeah, you can.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are in a studio atmosphere,
Sorry,
not
guys.
in a remote atmosphere anymore. But then how do we kind of continue to use StreamYard is pretty much every show we have.
With this guy.
You can believe that on faith because there's no way in the world that you came. There's no way in the
you
world
cannot give me a reason to
that
believe
you
that.
evolved from a Neanderthal or any of those other ridiculous evolutions.
And you know that nobody believes that, right?
He
Everybody.
understands evolution better than you are, and yet says retarded things about it.
Aron, you're not speaking for me, Aron. You're making a mistake now because now you're speaking for Steve and everybody else in this room, everybody else watching this, everyone at home watching this, and everybody else, Aron.
How the hell is he speaking for me?
Because he just said, nobody believes that.
Well, he's probably right, but that's not. He's trying to speak for me.
With this rookie? Listen, Aron, you don't know what you're talking about.
Does anybody in this hangout or anybody who ever?
I wonder what the answer we're going to be.
Hold on, G-Man. Hold on. And I'm loving your stick. I'm actually enjoying this. Is funnier than I thought you would be in real life. But seriously, is there anybody in this hangout
I'm
or
embarrassed.
whoever existed and ever published any claim to this comment, did anyone ever believe that people evolved from Neanderthals?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I have met, but I will tell you this. I have met creationists for some strange reason who think that that's what evolutionary teaches, and I have no idea where they get that from.
Okay, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Human beings did not evolve from Neanderthals, so that means we don't share a common ancestor with them either, do we? Aren't?
Why?
That's not
If we didn't evolve from Neanderthals, then we don't share a common ancestor with them either.
What?
Wait. Did you evolve from your cousin?
I'm so many moves ahead of you, it's not even funny. Okay?
Wait.
Do you have any idea what you just said, G-Man?
Oh my god.
Technically, that's correct, Aron.
I'm trying to throw you a lifeline here, G.
With them, right?
Oh, Jesus. I'm throwing you
I've
a lifeline
got
here,
a
G.
headache.
You were so fractally wrong right there. You were a level potato. Okay.
Laughing at me,
You're a level potato.
God
Right? I'm just
damn
telling me
it.
I'm wrong. Doesn't prove it. You have to actually prove that scientifically, Steve, without faith, Steve. So prove it.
Let me prove that scientifically.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Prove that
Scientific
scientifically.
observation.
God
Prove it.
damn it.
You can laugh it up. Watch me laugh now, because I got a banana back there that you believe I'm related to. So I'm
Oh
not
god, now you're Ray Comfort.
Why you trying to prove that I get involved in the
I am way too sober for this. I gotta get something to drink, man. This is great.
I mean,
I need to go.
I'm enjoying this.
I want to say one
guys.
Our open discussion.
just for kicks and giggles, they believe that these are their relatives. All right. So remember, these are people that are laughing at me.
Dad, is that you?
So go ahead and laugh all you want. You share a common ancestor. Now, if you say you don't believe that, I got a couple of videos that Aron made himself.
Oh, damn
That I can show you. Don't worry, dude.
You know what? I hate to say it, but after this, even intelligent design makes sense after this. I gotta go find out.
So Aron, so we didn't evolve from Neanderthals. Where do human beings evolve from?
Okay.
Before I answer this question, I just want to give you full cred. That was funny as fuck.
I'm hitting myself.
Aron, where is your scientific evidence, Aron? This is the second time I'm asking this question. Where is your scientific evidence that I evolved from any animal?
You are still an animal now.
Oh, I am. Can you prove that? Without faith, by the way. I want to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Where's your proof?
Man, god damn it.
Where's your proof?
Before we go any further,
God damn it.
I sincerely want to give you an homage here. I don't believe you're sincere at all. I think you're completely a foe. But you are funny as fuck and witty as hell.
He's it.
And about other people.
What I want, Aron, but if you're going to go there, the fool has said in his heart that there is no God.
Oh, my God.
So I will tell you this.
So please tell me, where is your scientific, my third time asking this question, where is your scientific evidence that I evolved from an animal? Please bring up the fossils. I'm just waiting.
Wait,
You don't
is your
need
parents
fossils
animals?
for
Bring them up.
You don't need fossils.
Oh, he doesn't? Grow. Aron, where's your proof that because I've been asking this question forever on YouTube, and I got scientists running from me, Stevie Ray's running from me, everybody's running from me on this topic. Now you're
tired of telling
They're running for different reasons.
G-Man.
Who's this crazy man?
Empiricism, bro, this is for you. 3 times I asked him this. 3 times. Answer the question, Aron.
Your mom.
This is for you.
G-Man.
Your mom and dad are animals and you're evolved from them. So there you go.
Answer the question. And I use Hovind's arguments. And I just trying to revise them a little bit.
Stupid,
so can you please answer my question? Where's your evidence without faith, Aron?
Oh, God.
The fact that you use Hovind's arguments kind of detracts from your normal witticism.
3 times I asked him. It's the 4th time. Where's your evidence, Aron?
You can keep asking, and I'm going to give you the answer, but it doesn't matter how many more times you ask the question before I say this. I'm actually giving you a compliment. I think your performance is fucking brilliant. I'm being sincere.
I gotta stand for G on this. G actually believes all this shit. He's not a Poe. He actually doesn't remotely understand these concepts.
I understand you guys think it's funny and you guys
legit.
But for the 5th time today, can somebody please provide me with some evidence that I evolved with an animal? And I want Aron Ra.
Okay. I'm going to pretend that you can really believe this.
I can go off the screen. Let's call true empiricism.
But you asked him a question. Now let him answer. If he's going to pretend.
Before I call true empiricism, who clearly knows more than you guys. Go ahead and answer.
True empiricism. If you think true empiricism.
No.
Laugh it up. Nobody's answered my question yet.
No, he wants to call.
I still have not gotten the answer to my question.
Because you won't shut up.
Answer the question.
Then shut up so I can do so. What is an animal?
I'm not answering that question, Aron. Give me your example that I evolved from an animal.
That depends on what an animal is, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. So we're being subjective then. You want to play the subjective game with me?
No, we're being
Animal is a cat. Animal's a cat. Prove I evolved from a cat.
Okay, so an elephant is not an animal.
You are retarded.
An elephant is not an animal because an elephant is not a cat.
Aron, please answer my question. This is
so what is it? Is an elephant an animal?
From an animal.
Is an elephant an animal?
Yes.
Okay, even though it's not a cat?
Can you please show me how I evolved from an animal,
even though it is not a cat?
God damn it.
Aron, an elephant is an animal.
Good.
Okay.
So
what
is the
from an
definition?
animal?
What is the definition of what an animal is?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, I think it's kind of important.
Would you like me to answer that question for you?
Don't answer.
If you answer the question, then you can get an answer.
Answer the question. So I'll tell you what.
You can't define no wickedness. No, we can't.
Yell, and I don't want to yell because I have roommates. But G-Man, you're asking a question about animals. I think it is important for you to have an understanding what that word means. Because there is specific meaning.
Okay,
let me finish.
I want the answer.
According to you, what do you mean by an animal? I know what an animal means biologically.
What I mean by an animal. I would like to know how I should. You know what? Hold on a minute. I think a picture speaks for 1,000 words.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God.
People are so stupid. You don't even know what I'm talking about. This is an animal. I think you understand this is an animal.
What the hell?
And so what
do not ask me to come on here again. This show's a joke. I've been asking the same question over and over again, and nobody's giving me an answer.
He went and brought his cat.
This is only on my channel. I want to know. Where's your evidence? I want to know.
Wait. Are you an animal? Let me ask you, G-Man. Are you an animal?
Can you please show me?
Are you an animal? Yes or no? Please answer.
From a animal.
Okay, sure. Your parents are animals. You're an animal. You evolved from them. There you go. Just leave it at that. There you go.
Okay, great. So the claim is that my parents are animals.
Yes, your parents are animals. You're an animal. You're not a plant. Well,
now here's the thing: my mother and my father were human beings, which are very
human beings are animals.
Hold on a minute. I want to answer that stupid thing that you just said. My mother and my father were human beings. That is a provable fact.
Which are animals.
Let me finish. Which is wait a minute, hold on a minute. You guys are using an animal argument. I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying.
Argument, it's a scientific fact.
You guys are using an animal argument. Aron Ra, is owning slaves a sin? I mean, is owning slaves
an animal argument?
Not slavery.
From an animalia.
Not slavery.
I want to see this conversation, so let's let this happen.
Come on, guys.
Is owning slaves immoral? Yes or no?
I'm getting alcohol for this shit. I'll be back in a second.
Is owning slaves immoral? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, what?
Is owning a slave immoral? Yes or no?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, I have a slave right here. It's called. Now I'm an animal.
A slave.
This is according to your ridiculous, stupid worldview. Okay, I'm an animal that owns.
G-Man just said his cat is his slave. How did slavery come into this conversation? Where are we coming from? We started off talking about, what was it he started with? Mormonism. Guys, let me apologize. I know some of you are thinking, this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, guys. Please bear with me. it was the ridiculous nature of this video that made me decide I had to bring it. I had to. Now we're on to the topic of slavery. And Gman just said his cat is his slave. Oh, yeah. No.
This animal. That means this is immoral, right?
Can you show me that either of you are animals?
Let the cat go.
E. McRae and you just got finished arguing that since my parents were animals, I'm an animal, right? So I'm
How do you know that?
Issue. If owning a slave is immoral according to your ridiculous worldview, then me owning this cat.
Oh, look at the cat. Hi, goodness. Let's see. Oh, that was such a cute little cat. Oh, I need to see that little cat's face again. God damn it. What was that? Gman.
Alcohol for this shit. I'll be back in a second.
Owning slaves immoral, yes or no?
He's
sorry,
abusing the cat.
Owning a slave immoral, yes or no?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, I have a slave right here. It's called. Now I'm an animal, according to you. Now this is according to your ridiculous stupid worldview. Okay, I'm an animal that owns this animal. That means this is immoral, right?
Can you show me that either of you are animals?
Let the cat go.
E. McRae
Yes, let the
and
cat
you
go.
just got finished arguing that since my parents were animals, I'm an animal, right? So I'm
How do you know that?
Issue. If owning a slave is immoral according to your ridiculous worldview, then me owning this cat.
Is this the way people have conversations? I can't. Is this the way people do it on YouTube? They bring their cats. They bring bananas. They bring. God damn it! What the? I'm sorry, guys. This is terrible. What is this?
Immoral according to you. You say that it's immoral for a human being to own another human being.
Okay,
but hold on. For a human being to own a cat or a dog, and you're laughing. That's all you guys do is laugh.
No, you don't understand.
You're funny.
It's funny as shit.
You're like a clown, dude.
Okay, first of all, your cat doesn't meet the qualifications of a slave, obviously, because your cat isn't required to work at anything. All your cat has to do is be loved and patted on. But the funny thing is you put that cat, you thrust the cat right into the camera, and your cat made the weirdest fucking face.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it presupposes that my parents are animals without proving it. I bring up an argument and a point to show them how ridiculous.
But you didn't.
And their answer for my question was this: he, and ha ha ha. These pseudoscientists
don't forget
know what they're talking about. Not only is this going on my main channel, this is going on GTV too. Because you guys are saying, and I quote,
special. The cat is terrible. I give you that. The cat is
This is terrible.
I learned that
This is
he, and ha 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 is an answer.
What?
So you know what?
See, man, this is why nobody likes to fucking talk to you, okay?
Let's just do comedy
I'm
here.
breaking out the good shit tonight. I mean, this is entertainment right here.
What?
Like,
I want G-Man to understand. We didn't just say he and ha ha. We also said ho ho ho.
Yeah, you got the ho ho.
I said ha 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 a.
This is why I know.
I was kind of curious though, G-Man.
Here's the thing. Even Ray said that Ken Hovind lost on my phone. Based on my conversations with you guys in here, it shows me that didn't happen.
Well, actually, what I said, I didn't say. I didn't even. I did. Don't misquote me. Listen.
You think that you got a valid argument being 1% of the population, and also I like how you like to make all these excuses, Aron, talking about how dangerous religion is, while ignoring your own history. So if you want to sit there and laugh all you want, dude, I think it's funny that you believe that you're related to grapes, apples, and orangutans. I got all kinds of videos of people laughing at you guys because you believe that. There are little kids going to school laughing at you because you believe that.
Whoa, little kids laughing at you.
It's hard, Aron, to get intelligent design in our schools. And you want to know how close I'm getting? I am very close because none of you.
By the way,
you are like so close to like
all you can do is laugh.
There needs to be a correction. G-Man, I don't like when people misquote me, especially private messages.
I don't like it when people misquote me. You've been doing that.
I never said. Well, let me quote. I didn't. This is what I wrote because I can say what I wrote. I never mentioned win or loss. What I said was Kent got utterly obliterated to the extreme. Okay, I didn't say he lost. Kent got utterly obliterated to the extreme.
Also, G-Man, the only way
debate, it was a discussion, and we had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
G-Man, also,
you said he got utterly obliterated. Are you speaking for me?
G-Man, the only way, G-Man, the only way somebody can misquote you is if they're right. They're never right about anything.
You know what? I understand, Kyle, this is your room and whatnot, but if these people are just
what?
I know my YouTube rights, and I'm gonna start using them.
How is this Kyle's room? Wait, how is this Kyle's room?
All you guys have been doing
this is terrible, guys. This is terrible.
I shouted you out twice, dude.
This is terrible.
Don't make me change my mind, all right? Because I got no problem obliterating. All right, I'm serious. You claim you want to have serious dialogue, and you're not like dragnutting those guys. Yet you're doing the same thing yourself right now.
First of all,
you can't have a serious
dialogue. Max, shut the fuck up.
No, shut the fuck up. What's fucking wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to say something, Max. You're trying to. Okay. So, G-Man, listen to me very carefully. Okay, first of all, this is not Kyle's room. Okay, this is my channel.
Oh, this is your channel. So that means you have no excuse then.
This is the Great Debate Community channel.
You're supporting drama right now. You're supporting no.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you so I can get the fuck out and say this. G-Man, this is hilarious. This is comedy fucking gold. What you're saying, we have to laugh out because it's funny. You should be laughing with us because if you actually knew what the hell you were saying, you would think it's funny too.
You presuppose I don't know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm saying. You are good at trying to read my mind without actually showing everybody. And I guarantee you, when me and my friends sit down and we actually look at this video, you know how many times you're going to show that you guys actually made a valid point in this room? Zero. Because I'm still waiting for the answer to my question.
And I answered it.
My question. Evolution is a bedtime story for adults. You don't got any facts for me. You don't got no scientific evidence. What you got is, that's all you have. I'm being serious. If you want me to change my mind, you're going to have to get serious for 5 minutes and show me some evidence. If you can't, then guess what?
Can you let Aron go now? Okay, great. Aron, go ahead. You have the floor. Please.
Thank you very much.
What?
And
what the hell was that? If you cannot give me in 5 minutes, then what the hell was that?
Again, I still believe that G-Man cannot possibly be serious about this. He's funny as fuck, and I give him full credit for being brilliant.
He's serious.
But if we were going to pretend that the Poe is sincere for a moment, then the issue becomes, what is an animal? So please, G-Man, define what an animal is.
Okay, define.
You want an honest discourse and civil conversation. He's asked
I would like for you to define to show me how I evolved from an animal.
Okay.
Reason why I'm not
answering yes. No, we're going to do this very formally.
Let me finish, Steve.
No, you don't get to finish. You don't get to finish because we're going to do this very formally. You do not answer a question with a question. He asked you a direct question. You want me to moderate? You want me to moderate fairly? I'm going to moderate and treat you like I do everybody else. He asked you a direct question. Give him a direct answer. Do not answer.
I'm not going to answer your question because that has nothing to do with what I'm asking you.
So you can't answer his question.
You and every evolutionist out there has made the claim that I share a common ancestor with a zebra, a donkey, and an orangutan. Not my claim, sir. It's yours.
Okay,
you have the burden to prove to me that evolution is true. You will hear this on Bring It Evolutionist later on how Aron Ra failed to show me how I'm related to an animal.
You don't know what an animal is. How can he show you anything?
You're right. I don't know what an animal is, but I also don't know what
you just said you don't.
That makes you a hypocrite, G-Man.
You just said you don't know what an animal is. You have no idea what an animal is.
I would like to know what his claim is.
Aron, do you think he knows what an animal is? Because I don't think he does.
It doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound like to me either.
It doesn't even know.
No, I'll give you some conditions for an animal. You tell me if you agree. And Aron's an expert on this, but okay. For to be an animal, it has to be multicellular.
Okay.
It has to be heterotropic. It has to be able to not produce its own food supply.
Yeah, you do have to be. It has to have an internal digestive tract.
Internal digestive system.
It has to be made of a diploid eukaryote cells.
God damn it.
With a bilayer lipid layer for cells and a eukaryotic, and there's other things. By the way, G-Man, didn't you argue one time?
Guys, just have a look at his body language. He's not even trying to understand. He's just fidgeting, waiting for the next second to get a word. He doesn't care about what they've explained. They've just defined what an animal is. And if he could only stop to listen, he'll realize that we are animals. We are animals going by that definition. Let's hear what G-Man is going to respond. Steve gave an explanation. Aron also gave what they defined what an animal is. Let's hear what
multicellular what is it? A multicellular organism. That's your answer.
The simplest definition of an animal is a multicellular eukaryote with an internal digestive tract.
Okay,
that is motile. Motile.
Okay. So if that's an animal, then is it immoral for an animal to own another animal?
Hold on. Somebody just interjected that it must be motile. Why the necessity of being motile?
Yeah, this is just sad, man. One Christian in the room, bro. I gotta take on the whole room. Like this one dude. This guy's supposed.
We're arguing amongst ourselves.
Only you guys gotta help.
Yeah, actually, I think mobility
talk. Community. And you want to know what you got? Sad and weak. You guys look weak. You guys look weak right now.
The adults are talking. Mobility, I believe, is actually a requirement.
The adults are talking, Steve?
Yeah.
Hey, but
mobilities.
I'll deal with you later, Steve. Fine, the adults are talking. All right, no problem.
Well, I mean, you want to have civil dialogue.
No, you said what you said, Steve.
Yeah. So great. So you want to have civil dialogue, but when we ask you intelligent questions, you fail to answer them.
Yeah.
Really? I choose not to answer a question.
Yeah, let's talk.
That means okay, Steve, give me your address, Steve, and tell me where you live at right now. If you don't answer, you lose the debate.
Man, we're having an intelligent conversation,
okay,
and I want to actually
an intelligent conversation, and you know that there are certain questions that you're not going to answer. How then can you throw that at me and say that I'm not being an intelligent person?
Because you can't answer what an animal is. A child can answer that.
I couldn't go on Google and got to the answer. There's no reason why I don't want to answer it. I want this man to make it.
Because you don't know it.
The answer is right here. I am not
that
going
lady.
to read it.
Poor lady. She's frustrated.
Give me your argument.
All right, go ahead.
My goodness.
I'm gonna make it up for you.
Jesus Christ, you shut up, G-Man. Go ahead, Aron.
By definition, it does not need to be motile.
It depends on the definitions you use. I have seen mobility as condition. Now, I don't think it necessarily has to. There are some organisms that lack the ability to be mobile on their own.
Yes, but sponges are still technically considered to be animals.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's
they are
asking
not
for address.
Because they lack the mobility on their own.
And I agree with you regarding the animals to make my argument that what you just said was foolish. Okay, I asked you something and I noticed that you completely didn't answer it. You ignored it and you didn't want to deal with it. This will be on Evolution and Spring It later. Is it immoral for a human being to own another human being, which happens to be animals? I'm sorry. Let's just change.
Finish one question first.
Is it immoral for an animal to own another animal, Aron? Yes or no?
The prejudice that I would have to admit to here is that I have a bias for intelligence. The higher the intelligence, the more rights the thing should have, which is why I have a huge moral dilemma with eating bacon.
Right.
Is it immoral for an animal to own another
animal?
Or no?
I want to say the moral side of me wants to say that is immoral.
Okay.
Okay, so in the Bible, human beings owned other human beings. You and other people on YouTube have claimed that that's an immoral act.
And it clearly is. Yes.
Okay, so if I'm an animal and these other human beings are animals, how is it immoral, Aron?
Because you're a specific type of...
No. I want Aron to answer the question. Answer the question, Aron.
I did answer the question.
Yes, I didn't hear you. Steve was talking. Talk. Yeah.
I said it was immoral for animals to own other animals.
Oh, it is? Okay,
yes.
So I'm assuming you don't got a cat or a dog, and I'm immoral for owning a cat, right?
In a sense, yes.
Okay, why am I immoral for owning a cat, a domestic cat, Aron?
For the same reason that I am.
Okay, So here's the thing. What are the chances of survival of a domestic cat in the wild?
Oh, very good, actually.
They're very good. Tell me how, if I were to put this cat in a safari, what his chances of survival is.
Not the cat
Extremely
again.
good.
Not the cat
Tell me
again.
how.
Much better than your dog.
Much better than my dog.
Leave the cat out of
Chicken
this.
would probably be a better example.
God
First thing you
damn
need
it.
to
No. I'm using my cat on purpose. I know what I'm doing here because I'm going to attack his evolution argument hard.
First thing
So
you need
please
to
tell me this.
understand about your cat and your dog is that both of them are super predators, or at least derived from super predators.
Yeah, they
It is
evolve from the cat
absolutely
family. You can actually demonstrate that.
immoral.
You can be proven that.
It's
They're not
not-
related to
And
dogs.
they're both carnivores, and they're actually genetically linked, and you can prove that too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the problem with dog derivatives is that we have managed to derive a number of dogs that don't perform well in the wild at all. So if you were to have, if everybody died and released all of their pets into the wild all at once, the dogs would probably quickly devolve into 4 different groups. Your bloodhound group, which would not include basset hounds and dachshunds, and you would have your pit bull terrier types, which would become the big hunters, and there wouldn't be a lot of like the Shih Tzu and all of those would become food items rather than predators. But cats, all of your domestic house cats, are the reason that the Great Britain right now no longer has any small wild animals because they have so many domestic cats. They kill off everything. So the domestic cat that we have has not been derived into some useless state like Yorkshire Terriers have been. So a lot of our dogs are pretty fucking useless and would be eliminated quickly in a wilderness situation where cats will do just fine.
Okay, so I want to make sure I got this straight. So dogs would be useless, cats would be able to survive with a wild just fine. Okay. So with that being said, Aron, you just mentioned that an animal owning another animal would be immoral.
What do you mean a human being and an animal?
I will say this again. If an animal owns another animal, you believe that's immoral, right?
Yes.
Aron, you ran for Congress, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, yes, you did. Didn't you run for the Senate or something like that?
No, we didn't.
I ran for Senate.
Yeah, that's part of the
Senate's not the same as Congress, man.
So yes, it is.
It's state
so
Senate.
There's the House of Representatives and there's the Senate. That's considered the Congress. So anyway, that's how you lost. Anyway, so listen, Aron. So, wait a minute, Aron.
No.
Aron, when a person breaks the law, Aron, when a person breaks the law, what should happen to that person?
That person should be punished in accordance with their crime.
Okay.
And where should they be thrown?
Which I agree.
What do you mean thrown?
Where should they be put? If I murdered somebody, what should happen?
God
If I
damn
murdered
it,
somebody, where should I go?
How?
Again, in
How?
accordance with their crime doesn't necessarily mean they should be thrown anywhere. But given murder, I would grant that under our current highly defective legal system, then you would be sent to jail.
Okay, so is jail slavery? Yes or no, Aron?
No.
Oh my.
Oh, it isn't. Tell me something, Aron. What does the average inmate make as far as a wage goes when they're working in jail? I'm curious.
The fact that they make a wage at all is
Aron, what is the wage that they make, Aron?
The fact that they make a wage at all proves that they are not
They're
slaves.
not slaves.
Aron, what is the living conditions in jail,
God
Aron?
damn it, go
Paid
no.
for by the state.
What is the living conditions in jail, Aron?
Guys, I honestly am going to apologize. We've gone from one topic to another, now we are on the topic of slavery. Gman believes it is okay to own another person as a slave. This is the argument he has had with Matt Dillahunty. He has called into the atheist experience. I think that would be the next thing I would talk about. He has talked about slavery. This is a black man. You would think that in this day and times we live in, he would be totally against slavery. But this guy says as long as his God is okay with it, he sees no problem with slavery. G-Man is dangerous. G-Man is dangerous. Absolutely dangerous.
What kind of answer would you expect me to give?
So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm asking this question is this. Okay, so it's wrong for an animal to own another animal, but it's not wrong for an animal to be thrown in a place where they're going to be owned by other animals.
They're not owned.
The jail is owned by other animals, Aron.
You're a hypocrite.
Seriously, dude, you don't know what you're doing.
That's a level of dumb fuckery I didn't think even.
I'm not trying to.
Basic false equivalence I've ever heard.
I am just at a loss.
No.
You know what? I don't need to finish. I got to use
level of
myself. It's all good because you got caught, Aron, and Steve knows it. The bottom line is this.
This is worse than you catch bionic ants.
You just got
game over.
No,
this argument isn't out of the blue.
That an animal should not own another animal, but if an animal, a human being, is thrown into a prison system which is owned by other animals, that's perfectly okay. In which
prison is not an animal.
The wages are what 90% below minimum wage. You get like 20 cents an hour or something like that. You know what I mean? They barely feed you above having scurvy. Don't even get me started with that. Are you listening to yourself?
Yeah, I am, and I'm listening to you too. And you are a lot funnier than me
right now, Aron. I have the papers to prove it. Now you're saying that the jail system is in a form of slavery.
Hello.
It is not.
Listen to me, dude. You just lost the entire African American voting system, and I'm gonna personally.
You're not running any longer.
I guarantee you need to get with the that our modern day jails is not a form of slavery.
It is not.
Hello,
G-Man.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Aron. Yeah.
Okay.
Aron, stop talking down to me. I would appreciate that.
That's what you've done throughout this conversation.
Down to me. You ain't nobody special. All right, so go ahead.
G-Man, there's something wrong with you. I've seen him defend slavery in the book. That guy's revolted. God damn it. Throughout this conversation, G-Man has talked down at Aron. And now, for 1 second, Aron's trying to get G-Man's attention and just trying to get a word in. And G-Man comes with his stupid, very stupid conversation, saying, stop talking down at me. G-Man, there's something wrong with you. This man was...
I have a level of admiration for you that I never expected.
I don't need you to have no admiration for me. I need you to be intellectually honest for once in your life. You just got finished saying that animals can't own other animals.
Okay.
Animals own the prison system.
We know what
people are treated.
We know what you said.
I have a question.
Heard what he said.
More rights than people that are.
I'm still trying to ask a question.
Okay, great debate. Okay, great debate community. You want to mute me? Fine. I'll block you. You want to keep doing that?
I can still hear you, man.
You can't block anybody in here.
Well, tell them to stop muting me unfairly.
Well, let somebody talk, G-Man. Let him finish the goddamn sentence. Aron said 5 times. I'll mute you. All right, let Aron finish the sentence. Go ahead, Aron. If G-Man interrupts you,
I only have one question still. I honestly do not ever remember speaking to G-Man. And now that I have spoken to him, I can't believe that I would have ever spoken to him before and not remembered this.
Because he's a clown.
Because
he's a clown.
As an African American in the United States of America, and since the...
Shut up, G-Man. Let him talk.
I want to hear what he says about black.
Yeah, actually, I think Aron was done, actually.
Okay. Are you done, Aron?
No. Guys.
Okay, he's not done. Okay.
This is terrible.
No. I had a question.
Ask.
I want to get this question answered before he leaves.
Okay. I'll present him.
Okay, G-Man, can I relay this question to you, please?
He's not listening.
Can you hear me?
He's not listening.
G-Man can't hear me.
I can hear you, and I was in the middle of a statement, and then I was unfairly muted.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
In the American community, here's the thing: how can you be a politician and not even care about what we care about?
First of all, you're not the only black person in here.
Let the man speak.
My little buddy.
Oh my God. He was muted for this reason.
What's up with that? You want to talk to you like that, Chucky?
This man.
Why am I being presented to everyone, Steve?
I didn't do any of this.
Steve, you're doing this for views. I know why you're doing it.
I'm not doing shit. I'm like
presented to everybody. I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing.
I'm not doing this. I swear to God. I have not touched anything.
Okay, so I would like to point this out again. Aron Ra just got finished saying that at least they get away. So Aron Ra is not concerned about the people that are in prison and what they're being paid for the work that they're doing there. He is not concerned about the living conditions that is in prison. He is not concerned about how these people are being treated in these prison systems. He doesn't look at it as a form of slavery because the man is ignorant to what is going on in the prison system. But this man wants to try to argue that an animal cannot own another animal, but as long as it's a prison system, it's perfectly okay.
No, it's not perfect.
He's gonna come after you when I'm done with you.
Okay.
Can I have a moment to speak?
Sure. You wasted enough of my time, sir. I'm done talking to you. If you only want to care about go ahead and do it. Bottom line is, sir, you just exposed yourself. All right?
I made a video where I talked about how
everybody sees this. Trust me.
Okay, I made a video where I talked about how unfair the disparity is in the prison system that we have, just in general to begin with, but also the disparity to which blacks are incarcerated over whites. Exactly. As part of my political campaign, that was one of the platforms that I issued, that blacks are unfairly being incarcerated more often than whites, and that the prison system that we use is unfair and ridiculous to begin with and should be dispensed with. That was part of my political campaign. So I agree with G-Man on that point. But what I'm asking G-Man for right now is that I honestly, sincerely never remember speaking to you. And given the performance that you gave tonight, I can't believe that I've ever spoken to you before and didn't remember it. But I will offer you a formal apology if you can show me a link where I've ever.
I just gave you the link, Aron. It's in the side chat of it's Magic Sandwich Show number 88.
There was one? Okay.
October 2014.
I will go ahead and offer that apology. I sincerely apologize, G-Man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're being political right now.
Just apologize.
Don't worry. It's all good.
I sincerely
apologize. Guys, I'm so sorry.
G-Man.
Not mine. All right.
G-Man, up to me.
Do you understand that he's not running any longer? He has no reason to be political. He's not running.
He's never running again. Neither will any other atheist. I
don't think he intends to run again.
Ain't none of us voting for you guys. This is ridiculous. How can
Are you running for president?
And then try to argue that it's not a form of slavery. We all know it's a form of slavery. And then don't even get me started about how police officers are treating people in these urban communities.
And this right here is the problem with religion. He just said that they would never vote any atheists into office. This is the problem right here. G-Man is a danger to society, danger to the people around him. And who are the people who listen to this guy? Who are the people that this man is preaching to? You will not vote an atheist to office. An atheist does not have a religion. So when an atheist gets to office, they're not going to be biased. They're not going to discriminate anyone with whatever religious beliefs. I'm not saying it's not possible to. It is. But you're not going to select your religion over another because you haven't got any. Whereas a Christian will only want to benefit their own fellow Christians. This guy. No, on behalf of G-Man, I apologize to Aron and to all the people in the room and to all of you who are listening. This guy is vile. Absolutely vile. Vile.
Don't even get me started. I'm trying to be serious with you, and you're laughing, and you're making fun, and you're doing all this stuff and whatnot. You can do that, Aron. Give an atheist up, and it ain't never gonna happen.
Is there a way that G-Man and I could speak without him constantly talking over me and actually open conversations?
No, we tried.
You got to allow him to do
Is it
that.
possible that I need to have a conversation in writing?
I know he'll yell there too, actually.
Because
you know what? This is
I agree.
Steve, I don't want to talk to your president, Steve. Don't invite me to your non sequitur show. I don't want nothing to do with this program. Okay. Bottom line is, you guys are people in here so that you can laugh about us. I will put the word out there that this is another show so that you guys can laugh at Christians and laugh at us and then have serious conversation.
Can anyone
when you can't get nobody on your show, Steve, you'll understand why.
That's not going to happen.
Can anyone?
That is the height of irony.
All you've been doing since I've been in here is laughing at me. You have not.
I'll tell you what.
You haven't had a serious conversation about nothing, and ain't nobody dumb enough to come on here and have a conversation with you guys. If this is how you're going to conduct yourself, this is
you don't even know where you're at, G-Man. This is not the non-sequitur show.
Right now. You are no better than Dragnut right now.
You don't even know where you're at right now. You didn't even know what hangout this was at.
You are no better than Dragnut. You cannot say a word about him anymore because you do the exact same thing.
I've not said a word about him in ages. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the fact that he's into this trauma, and you claim that you want to get a
trauma.
You want to have.
You said something funny and I laugh. I'm not allowed to laugh at you.
That's all this was. You didn't teach nothing. You didn't refute anything that I said. You presupposed and you assumed, but you didn't prove anything.
What did you say?
I
want to try to make it
the things I said about you.
Go ahead, Aron. Try to. Go ahead.
Apparently was right about something.
Okay.
I was right about everything that I said in this room today.
G-Man was fucking stupid about everything he said about.
He got the thing about president right in his way. Sure.
Right about one thing, but I was stupid about everything that I said.
Yes, your entire career.
Do you think before you talk?
Yes,
Hello,
I do.
My God.
Y'all don't do a lot of that.
Can we get to the end of this? I have to concede. Other people whom I respect and whom I trust are telling me that I must be having some kind of a senior moment, but I have in fact talked to G-Man before, and I didn't remember this, and so I sincerely apologize. Other people have called me out. I'm wrong. I have spoken to G-Man before and did not remember this.
Okay.
My mistake.
4 different occasions. The first time that you did it was when I went on the Magic Sandwich Show.
Quantity, not quality.
You responded to me on I think Dragnut was the one that gave it to me when you responded that the butt hurt is real just recently. This wasn't even that long ago.
Oh,
it was about a month and a half
goodness.
ago when I made a video about you and that new little thing that you're doing where you're lying about the church and you're lying about God and everything and whatnot. Don't know
But
what
I don't lie, so I'm a little confused.
Occasions where you actually responded to me or you said that G-Man's not worth my time or whatever. But you know what? It's fine. I have said multiple times that if I ever talk to you, I will be wasting my time, and this is the proof.
Okay.
It's praising you right now. Laughing at you on TST when they were saying that you can't debate.
G-Man, you've got to let other people speak. This is the reason why people have a hard time having conversations with you. You don't shut up long enough for somebody to fucking respond.
This is terrible.
That's why we laugh. It's hilarious.
No, we're laughing because you don't got to argue.
I laughed because the shit he said tonight was genuinely funny.
Genuinely funny. Sure.
That's right. Mormons are not Christians. I don't see what's so funny about that, Aron. Get an education.
Yeah, I obviously have an education.
Telling him to have an education.
As a Mormon myself,
no, you
not,
don't.
so you don't. You're pig ignorant
Guys.
about your subject.
I'm not ignorant, Aron.
Okay.
I'll debate you on this, Aron, whether or not Mormons are Christians.
Okay. I'm trying to.
This is sad. This is absolutely sad. He just said to Aron, go and get an education. This is someone who hasn't got the education he's telling Aron to go and get. Just because he has read a few articles, he has read his Bible, he thinks somehow he's knowledgeable. This is sad. I mean, where do you even begin to how do you critique this video? Where do you begin? What am I supposed to say? I don't know what to say. I'm gobsmacked. This guy, he is
101, Aron.
a nuisance.
Hello.
You don't even know what the Bible says on this matter.
G-Man, take a fucking breath. Let the man say something for God's sake.
Are you one like your boy is?
I was trying to concede that apparently I had made a mistake, and I want to openly admit that as quickly as possible.
Done fucked up, Aron. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I spoke to G-Man apparently multiple times, and I don't know why he wasn't memorable. Tonight was fucking memorable. I don't know how I can forget this.
It is memorable. And thank you all for recording this.
You have exposed yourself long term. This is going to hurt your program here.
This has nothing to do with Christianity. I'll tell you this. I'm going to let you a little secret, G. I have been in touch with numerous members of very prominent Christians.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be getting in touch.
Let me finish what I'm saying. They think I'm more Christian than you at the moment.
They do? Name one.
I'm not going to name names.
Name one.
I'm not going to name names. You know me better than that.
What you just said was a lie then. So moving on now.
Okay, I'm sure I might be lying about it, but people, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now.
I think that you're more Christian.
I can tell you right now that there are people out there in the community that do not consider you Christian right now.
Okay, and I know that there are people out there that don't think I'm a Christian. But when I did a call out video,
so is it a far stretch to think that is it a far stretch for them to say that they're saying that you're not Christian? Is it really far of a stretch for them to think that I'm slightly more Christian in some ways than you are?
I'm going to say this again. Listen to me. One of the people that, you know what, Steve, since you want to go there, Steve, listen, one of the people that don't believe I'm a Christian is faithful to God. Now, you're saying that faithful to God is the one that's saying that you...
I did not say that.
Well, then who is it?
I've only spoken to faithful to God one time that I'm aware of. No,
faithful to God. Who is
Fiona's
this
not,
person?
so it ain't Fiona, don't count. You talking about tobacco? Who are you talking about? You guys been doing this all night. You have been making claims without backing it up. They don't work that way. Prove your point.
I smell hypocrisy.
Yes, it is hypocritical.
You win, G-Man. You win.
It ain't about winning and losing.
Aron is done.
Steve. Let me show you what you text me here, Steve.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody.
Aron is done.
See you later, Aron.
He's done.
See you, Aron. It was good talking with you.
Yeah, I want
to meet you, Aron.
Guys, just listen.
Yeah,
Aron is done.
Thank you for,
he wants to leave.
Steve, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, who hosted this, because we got into an argument about philosophy once upon a time, and recently, I think, and I hate arguing philosophy because I've just only ever seen it misused.
I was a casualty in that argument. You blocked me.
Yeah, I get disgusted with it because the way that I see it, I actually have a good deal of respect for philosophy. I think it's something that should be taught in high school.
I've lost brain cells.
Because I think people could have a much better grasp of how to understand whether you understand something. I really do think that's the case. But because I've seen it so grossly misused within the religious community, I've just lost all taste for it. It's kind of like a food you can't eat anymore. So I want to thank you for having me on and for changing my perspective on you as a person, so that I don't have this animosity anymore. G-Man hasn't changed my perspective at all, other than to say that I actually have a higher review of him than I previously did, because I still think he's full of shit.
he's entertaining. G-Man is entertaining. Absolutely.
When did I come in this room? And when did I say that
G-Man is full of shit? And I agree.
You changed my mind about you, but then I had no previous memory of you, so it's
I have so much gold in this Google Hangout.
All right, Ricardo. Thank you.
I'm nearly done. I came in this room to try to change your mind. I came in this room to rebuke you.
I don't know what the fuck you're
doing. He's leaving, G-Man. Let the man say his
let
goodbye.
him say his piece and let him go.
Thank you all for hosting me tonight. That was great fun. Wait till the next one.
No.
And I'm glad that we've had our talks, and I think we have great understanding now.
Guys,
I don't use philosophy as a weapon. I actually I'm an interest in it, but and I think that before we kind of talk past each other, but the fact that two intelligent people like us can have conversations and work past that and actually come to an understanding. I don't know what the hell G-Man's talking about 95% of the time, but there's a few things he gets right. And I mean, I think it needs to be,
Yeah, it's an important thing. The things that G-Man and I agree on, with regard to the prison system, for example.
Yeah, I think that's right too, actually.
Yeah,
I do think that black people are
that if we have a common problem, then we can throw aside whatever other differences we have and maybe solve that problem we both have.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my preference.
I would love that. See, that's something that I would foster. I agree with you as well. I think
later, guys. I just want to let you know that.
Okay. I think there is a higher propensity of blacks that do get incarcerated, not only more often, but for longer sentences for the same crime.
Are you in Texas?
No, I'm in California.
Yeah, Texas is notorious for that.
Oh, I know it's worse.
We have the worst reputation in the entire country for that.
Oh, I totally believe that. Absolutely. And I think that's something that, G-Man would probably have a good discussion.
I would never vote for an atheist. It was a colossal waste of time. They don't listen to Christians. They don't know how to answer questions.
So even if he agreed with you on the whole prison thing,
I will never support voting for an atheist. It will never
That's weird.
Man, I want you to understand.
Only want to hear what they want to hear. And when we talk about the things that we care about, it goes into this ear and out the other one.
Except when I agree with you, as I am right now, I'm agreeing with you right now.
He's agreeing with you.
Okay, so it's not going in one ear.
G-Man, if only you would stop and listen.
It's shown to be wrong if I am wrong, than to continue to be wrong.
God damn it.
And by the way, G-Man, how can I ask the question real quick?
Mormonism is Christianity. And I show why it's not. I asked legitimate questions. Most of my questions were not answered. Okay. And you got for an answer. Yeah,
you want to hear something funny?
This Christianity.
Something funny
it is projection.
Is Texas on the West Coast?
It is projection.
Listen, Steve. Let me ask you a question, Steve. Did you get a job yet? Questions too. Listen to me, Steve. Did you get a job yet?
I can't answer. I can't ask a question with a direct answer.
You need to stop.
Guys, I'm done.
Hog tie. He wants to know.
Done.
I can't. California and Texas are both on.
I can't do no more. Sorry, I can't. It's sad. This is sad. This is just sad that this Christian had the opportunity to have a good conversation with Aron Ra. He's had conversations with him in the past, and the one time where he can have a good time to have dialogue back and forth, he talks about absolute rubbish. He talks about Mormonism, talks about things that don't even matter to these atheists. Things that atheists have debunked. They've debunked. Aron Ra used to be a Mormon. He has debunked that and walked away. He's gone years. And somehow this Christian brings him back. It's like you have traveled thousands of miles away, and they decide to bring you back to where you started from and say, why did you decide to leave from here? You're already thousands of miles away. And then he starts asking him about the 5%ers. What has that got to do with an atheist, for goodness sake? G-Man was rude, constantly rude. He was just, listen, I can still hear G-Man's voice in my head. I'm going to have to go and relax, just listen to some good. I was going to play you guys some really good music, but I've gone over 2 hours. So guys, please do yourselves the favor. Just maybe listen to some music, maybe watch something that's not so what's the word I'm trying to find? Because right now I'm hyped. I don't think I can go to bed just yet. I have to just get my head, just cool myself down, because after listening to that, I can still hear G-Man's voice in my brain. I can still hear that nasty. There's just something about his voice that I can't stand. How I've been able to review this video for the last 2 hours, I don't know how I did it. Listen, I know how I did it. I did it because of you guys. Because I have you guys watching me and supporting me as I am watching it. God damn it. G-Man is unstable. He is unstable indeed. And I think I have, Dr. Cyrus, I have pinned that on it's pinned. Guys, free G-Man's cat. Does he still have that cat? Does anybody know if he still has that cat? Because I'm just worried for that cat. And the bananas too. God damn it. The guy, you know what, guys? Interesting. I think G-Man has a debate today. Today, actually. I think he has a debate on the, what's that debate show? Not the non sequitur, the other one where they debate Christians and what's the name of that show? The debate show, the popular debate show. What's it called? Can you guys remind me? There's a debate show. What's it called now? I forgot the name of it now. Oh goodness, I forgot the name of the show. Damn it. Gman has a debate today. And Gman, if you think this was from years ago, 2-3 years ago, I don't know how many years, I think 2 or 3 years ago, this video. The link is in the description if anybody wants to go and see the entire video. If you've got the, if you're brave enough. Yes, the modern day debates. He's on there today. I think he's going to be starting soon. So those of you who want to go and watch that and go and see, yes, modern day debates, I think he's on today. Just for the fun of it, I'll go and see what all that is about. And then I don't understand how Gman has been paired with T-Jump. How? So it's T-Jump and Gman versus these two people. I don't know their names. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how that's going to work, but it sure would be interesting. I would love to see that. But I will come back. I will talk about Gman and slavery. How this black man defends slavery. This black Christian American man defends slavery. I don't know how that can happen. And he defends slavery because of his religion. He uses his religion as a tool to berate people, this man is not afraid. He actually said he was going to beat a transgender person. So if he was found with if he starts dating somebody and the person revealed that they were transgender and he didn't know, he's prepared to do time for murder. He wasn't thinking about beating. He was saying that he's ready to go down for murder because someone is transgender. This guy, he is so toxic. He is the Christian version of Al-Qaeda. What's that group? Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Gman is the Christian version of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. He is a Christian extremist. Anybody that doesn't believe what Gman believes is going to hell. Can you imagine the people who listen to this guy and believe him? The people, I'm curious. I want to know how many people has this man converted? How many? I would love to know how many. Off to watch it next. All right, Simon's Funk. Thank you for coming to, guys. Yeah. So on modern day debates, Gman is on, I think in the next hour or so, maybe less. I don't know what time, but he's definitely going on. My God. I'm definitely going to speak on Gman and slavery on Sunday. So, guys, please, if you're not subscribed, I beg of you, do subscribe. I think the more people are seeing this, because don't forget, I'm what you would call a fairly new atheist. There are people who come online. I'm an atheist today majorly because of watching YouTube videos. Aron Ra was one of them. Matt Dillahunty was one of those people that I would watch when I was questioning my Christian beliefs. I'm so glad I never came across, well, Gman would have done it for me because he has done it for other people. Gman has recruited more atheists than he has Christians. If he has recruited any Christians, I would love to know who these people are. And I'm convinced that there's something not quite right with this man, because some of his arguments are out of this world. Guys, I want to thank you all for coming to watch. Simon's Funk, thank you. And all of you who have come, Coco Jasmine, Sir Little Wolf, Dr. Cyrus, Rona Kidness was here. Every single one of you, Danisha Freeman, who else was here? There's so many of you who come and watch me, and I really thank you, each and every one of you, because you know, making your way out of religion and becoming an atheist, and you know, saying I am an atheist, and I still have family who think I'm going through a spiritual attack. So things like this, that's why I like to engage in these kind of conversations with Christians and atheists, so that they can see the hopefully any Christians who's watching this and trying to make their way out of Christianity will see a Gman video and make their way out. That would be lovely. That would just be the best thing, because Gman would just be the catalyst that will completely just get them out. It's happened to some people already. Maybe I should speak on that at some point. But my goodness, Gman is going to make a great feature on this show, because on my channel, sorry, not show, on my channel, because you know, becoming a fairly new atheist, people like Gman interest me. God damn it. Guys, thank you, each and every one of you, Dr. Cyrus, Ricardo's gone now. So Dr. Cyrus says, I don't believe that at the African. I think he's either blatantly lying about that or he's exaggerating the definition of atheist. You think so? Okay. Guys, thank you all. And please do enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you are. It's night time. It's nearly midnight where I am. So it should be. Oh, someone's having steak. God damn it. Someone's having steak. It's midnight where I am. There's no food. No food tonight. So thank you all, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, you know, the usual stuff, and let's get this word out. Let's get this message out. And on Sunday I will do Gman and slavery on Sunday. My God, I bet that would be interesting. Gman and slavery. Thank you all, and I will see you on Sunday. I might pop into the modern day debate show, just go and see what Gman's getting up to. So right, guys, thank you all. And it's 6 p.m. Janisha, where you are. Oh, steaks are marinating. Oh, you guys are going to make me hungry. I better not be thinking about food. All right, guys, thank you all, and enjoy the rest. And oh yes, if anybody wants the video, the one I've been reviewing, it's in the description. You might just want to go and have a good laugh, because in the comment section, some people there said they've watched the video time and time again just for a good laugh. Oh my God, the ridiculous claims of some Christians is terrible. All right, guys, you take care, and bye. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.